The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain athletics. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Good evening and a happy new year from us here at Tonganoxie Sports Live alongside my broadcast partner Dennis Drennan. I'm Dylan Funk, and tonight's presentation of Frontier League basketball between the Chieftains and the Cyclones on Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. To see how they can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. We cruise along into the S&S Body pregame show. They've been the place to go to in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work since 1972. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Partner, it's great to be back here inside Chieftain Arena. We're going to get really comfortable here in our home arena here. We got at home tonight, back-to-back games upcoming on Monday and Tuesday here, and then, of course, the Tonganoxie Invitational Tournament that week after that. And maybe it's a little bit of that home cooking, that home missing that both these teams need right now. A little bit rough in the month of December. The boys were winless. They're looking to pick up their first win. We'll have that game a little bit later on. But let's turn our attention to the varsity girls team. They won the very first game of the year on the road at Lewisburg. Losers of 4 straight. After that, they give up 51 points in their last game before the holiday break at Baldwin, a respectable team in the Frontier League. This is a new year, 2024. You hear it all the time this time of year. New Year's resolutions of things that people want to be better at. What do you think, just off the top of your head, a couple of New Year's resolutions maybe for this Lady Chieftain squad going into 2024?
Well, one of the biggest problems that they had, as you remember, partner, was turnovers. They had a really tough time keeping the turnovers under control, and a lot of those turnovers turned into points for the other team. So I think that's one of the major factors that they've got to work on. And of course, they've struggled scoring as well, so they're going to have to get their shooters hopefully tuned up over the winter break here or the Christmas break, and hopefully going into this winter season, they're going to be ready to go. We are experiencing some a little bit of snow and some cool weather, so it is definitely winter sports time. So looking forward to getting off to a better new year.
Definitely so, and a pretty good crowd as well. A lot of Ottawa folks making the drive up as well, and Tonganoxie always comes out and support. So you talked about that coming out of the holiday break. It's always a big challenge where some teams, maybe a team is off for 20-plus days, then they got to come in, get a couple of practices in, get some workouts in. So knocking off the rust is going to be a big key in this one tonight.
Right.
Does Tonganoxie come out, have they knocked off enough rust to try to pick up and gain some momentum? And same thing for Ottawa as well. And we know they're going to be coming in ready to play. Obviously, a lot of familiar names and familiar faces. This is a pretty well-led team, and they got a good mix. Got strong senior support. They also have a star freshman on their team as well. So they got their bases pretty well covered, and they're going to be a team that's looking to make a run, and they're going to be looking to do some damage tonight. So it's going to be exciting to see if Coach Loops' squad, if they can come out right out of the gate and get ready to run with these Cyclones. Well,
they have a really tough test with these Cyclones. Like you said, partner, they got 6 seniors and a freshman phenom, and so it's going to be a tough test for the Lady Chieftains tonight. So it's going to be doubly important for them to be able to control the ball, and not turn it over and help this team, because they certainly don't need any help.
A potential pivotal moment in this 2023/24 season happening in a matter of just a couple moments here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We're going to step aside with our pregame break. We're going to come back. We're going to have your starting lineups for both teams and tip-off. Game one of our doubleheader, it's the Chieftains and the Cyclones on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Welcome back inside warm and comfortable Chieftain Arena on a cold, snowy night in Tonganoxie, Kansas. Both teams finished with their warm-ups, and we are getting ready to send it down to our PA announcer, John Tollefson, for tonight's starting lineups.
Welcome to Chieftain Arena at Tonganoxie High School, the home of the Chieftains. We welcome our guests from Ottawa High School, Kansas State High School Activities Association, and Tonganoxie High School, encouraging to make good sportsmanship a priority at all times. Winning is for a day, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. At this time, students from both schools will read the Frontier League sportsmanship statement.
In the Frontier League, we expect all in attendance to take pride in your team and represent your school and community with sportsmanship.
Please respect the calls of the officials, the efforts of the coaches and players, and focus on your team as you cheer them to victory. Thank you.
And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Ottawa, number 1, 5'1" senior, Emery Kiba. For Tonganoxie, number 1, 5'2" sophomore, Alyssa Shawnick. For Ottawa, number 2, 5'5" senior, Camden Evans. For Tonganoxie, number 15, a 5'2" sophomore, Emerson Maslak. For Ottawa, number 32, a 5'8" freshman, Leah Askins-Dietrich. For Tonganoxie, number 21, a 5'2" senior, Mariah Herrera. For Ottawa, number 42, a 6'1" sophomore, Dylan Nichols. For Tonganoxie, number 24, a 5'8" senior, Lincoln Bennett. For Ottawa, number 44, a 5'9" senior, Foster Nichols. For Tonganoxie, number 34, a 5'6" senior, Sage Isaacs. Head coaches for tonight's game, for Ottawa, Matt Sherman, and for Tonganoxie, Mitch Loomis. Officials for this evening's game are Matt Galley, Brian Schwans.
All right, so we are ready to go with tonight's varsity doubleheader between your Tonganoxie Chieftains and the visiting Ottawa Cyclones. Frontier League matchup on the horizon here. Same starting five for Coach Lewis's squad to start game one of 2024 portion of the season. Lissa Shawnick, Emerson Maslick, Mariah Herrera, Lakin Bennett, and Sage Isaacs. And like we mentioned, a lot of familiar names on the other side. Camden Evans, Emery Keyball, Leah Askins Dietrich. We talked about that freshman, number 32, you see her out there walking out. And of course the dynamic duos of sisters Dylan and Foster Nichols. And the players that we have our eyes on tonight, brought to you by Brothers Market. I know, at least for me, for the Ottawa team, I'm excited to see what this young freshman has. The core around her, very well experienced, and we have seen them for many years here on Tommy Sports Live. She's making her debut tonight. A lot of high praise from her, from a lot of the fans, and even the radio play-by-play here for Ottawa as well. So excited to see her matchup tonight as the Cyclones win the opening tip. And right away, just too far underneath the basket, was Foster Nichols. Still have a loose ball. Maslick and company down on the court. And we have our first whistle of the game. Jump ball is the call. It'll be Tonganoxie basketball.
Well, it's good to see the girls get on the floor and scramble for that ball because they've got a tough road ahead of them tonight. They can't afford to get behind early.
As we mentioned, the player to keep an eye on, we mentioned for Ottawa. As for Tonganoxie, many to choose from. For me, tonight, I'm going to have my eyes on number 34, Sage Isaacs, one of the four seniors of this Chieftain basketball squad. It's been a little bit of a slower start for her to start this season, as that shot is blocked but saved. We've seen if she can get throttled into a new gear to start 2024, you know that she would be loving to do that for this team here.
Yeah, and she's got a tough assignment too because she's got Foster Nichols, Dylan Nichols on her, and she's given up a height difference.
That big frame 6'1" of Dylan Nichols. That's also going to be the other key, and that's the second block of the night, but Lissa Shawnick just takes it right back from Emery Keyball, and Keyball's going to pick up her first foul of the game. She does not like it. But nonetheless, first foul of the game goes to the Cyclones.
Yeah, she thought that she was fouled by Shawnick.
Already uber aggressive defense here for the Cyclones, collecting a couple blocks already. See if the Chieftains can try to create some separation. There's a good pass from Lakin Bennett. Isaacs underneath, a third one. Swatted away, Keyball, and it's collected in the near corner.
Yeah, the shorter Chieftains are having a tough time even getting a shot up against this crew.
That was the right idea. Isaacs had a moment, stopped on the pivot, but gave enough time. But Lakin Bennett collects a block of her own. Already 4 blocks shots that we have seen, not even 2 minutes into this first quarter.
And that was on the freshman for Ottawa.
It's Askins Dietrich. This is Herrera, drive baseline, extra pass to Maslick. It's loose, and Shawnick comes away with it. Stopped for a moment. Good recovery, Askins Dietrich. Trying to paw it away from Shawnick. She gives it to Bennett. Near the charity stripe, pivoting around. Good up and under move, Lakin Bennett. And that's the first bucket of the game.
That was a nice move by Lakin there.
Cyclones looking to answer, get on the board here. Foster passes it off to Evans. Back up top, Foster. Askins Dietrich. Head fake, wanted to pull the trigger there. Good recovery by Emerson Maslick. Lets it fly. This is Camden Evans. It won't go. Uncontested rebound underneath, though, but a foul call. As Maslick came soaring in, trying to contest for that rebound. She'll pick up her first foul.
Yeah, that would have been an easy putback for Ottawa there, too.
The lob is in. The big body Dylan Nichols catches and puts it up through a little bit of contact. Makes it look easy. Loose ball near the timeline. Askins Dietrich comes away with it and lays it up for 2. Back-to-back quick buckets for the Cyclones.
Yeah, the Chieftains don't want to lose now. Another turnover. That turnover bug is coming up and rearing its ugly head too soon tonight.
Trying to get a little bit out in space. The person was there. It's just too far out of reach. It goes out of bounds. Cyclones will take back over. Ball's now up top. This is Foster Nichols over to the left side. Overhead pass from Keyball is through the hands in front of the Tonganoxie bench of Evans, and the Cyclones give it right back to the Chieftains.
The Chieftains need to take advantage of those turnovers.
Both teams now with one apiece. Haskins Dietrich, tight defense.
On Shawnee. That's going to be a good matchup to watch tonight. Oh.
Now it's just getting loose from Shawnee. Don't see that too very often. I believe she thought it was just going to roll out of bounds, but Haskins Dietrich saved it.
Yeah. This is going to be a battle all night long.
Yep. A little bit of sloppy play in that stretch there from both teams. It goes underneath, too strong on the shot attempt. Isaacs collects and is pushed from behind by Dylan Nichols. And it looks like it's going to be an inbound and possession to Tongi.
Yeah, it was a good block out by Sage there.
Like we already mentioned, she's going to have her hands full. It's going to be tough and physical down low. Just a little bit of it right there. But you also mentioned as well, Haskins Dietrich v. Shawnee. That's going to be a really...
Yeah, no question about it.
Isaacs trying to drive baseline. Haskins Dietrich poked it away again, but was her foot on the baseline? I believe so. And it's going to stay down here. So already early seeing it, a bucket from the young freshman phenom of Ottawa, and she's been active on the defensive end as well. Quick with the hands, almost came away. Would have been another steal. Maslick, extra contention on the rebound. She keeps the possession alive. Shawnee running floater, and she's fouled. And Ottawa is going to be forced to make a substitution here.
Who'd they give that to?
Yes, we're going to find out. They gave that Emery Keyball, so that is her second.
Yeah, that's two.
So putting 2 to 2 together, getting up off the bench was Marissa Richards, one of the 6 seniors on this Ottawa squad. She's going to be setting to check in just a moment. Free throws for Alyssa Shawnee. Coming up here, she knocks down the first. 2 substitutions for the Cyclones. It's Richards, as well as it looks like Hiracheta, number 4. Trying to go 2 for 2 at the line. Shawnee rattles in and out. Trying to settle for 50%.
Yeah, the Chieftains cannot afford to leave too many points on the line tonight because they're up against it.
Keeping it close right now, only down 1, 4 to 3. So we are now under 4 minutes left to play. Down low inside. Nichols has it taken away. Alyssa Shawnee, she's been active defensively as well. Pushing the pace a little bit. Just can't get it to fall in.
She kind of forced that a little bit.
Chieftains still playing defense with the Cyclones come up. They have numbers momentarily. Losing the handle of it was Foster Nichols. Richards recovers. Back to Foster. And poked out by Isaacs. Quick hands on defense. That is the name of the game early on here. Lila Carlton will check in, and Shawnee's going to get a quick breather here. Coach Loomis saying she's been running around on the court a little bit too much. Want to get her a quick breather. Catch and shoot off the inbound is good. Second bucket of the game for Dylan Nichols inside in the paint. Herrera coming around the world, lost it near the baseline off her own knee, and it's an empty possession for Tonganoxie.
A little too much dribbling there. She should have passed that ball.
So she was kind of losing a handle of it. Lucky she didn't get called with the carry violation. Cyclones back on the attack now. The kick out from Nichols. They go right back down to her. This is Dylan, and she puts it in. She's got 6 early in this first quarter.
And the Chieftains were in a 2-3 zone that time. They are collapsing big time on the interior as soon as that ball goes inside from the Cyclones.
Dylan Nichols still.
And she's still.
Both the Nichols sisters so talented and very well experienced at the varsity level, not phased at all. Already has 3 buckets inside. Lakin Bennett lets it fly for 3, a little bit offline to the left, and a rebound pulled in by Mitchell. Catch and shoot, Richards 3, wedged.
Jump ball.
Our first wedgie of the new year on Tongi Sports Live. And Shauna quickly back into the game, and Mariah Herrera will come out.
So she got it stuck even more.
This is always the entertaining part. Second time's a charm. So by rule with the wedge ball, it is considered a jump ball.
Yep.
You saw the indication from the officials, so it will stay down here with the Cyclones. They'll give it to Evans on the inbound, and they set the play up. They go and lobs it up near to Richards, who tracks it right on the Tongi logo. Near the right wing, passes across side, getting it back down low. Dylan Nichols on the left block, fadeaway jumper on a spin, no good. And a rebound eventually collected by Alyssa Shawnick. Nothing new there for the Chieftains. Here comes Lila Carlton, back to Shawnick. Try to get some offense set up here. Still in this one, 8-3. But a bucket here will go a long ways. That one no good from Lakin Bennett is contested. And good recovery by Sage Isaacs.
Yeah, Sage saved a breakaway too there. Good job by her.
Risky passing from the Chieftains. And too far under is Lila Carlton. Lakin Bennett has it away near the baseline. And let's just take a moment and digest all of that, what just happened in the past 10-15 seconds.
A little helter-skelter.
Nonetheless, great recovery from Sage, because if she doesn't get a paw on that, it's an easy 2 for the Cyclones, and they break double digits.
Yep.
And after all of that, Herrera back in, Maslick out, and the Chieftains have another possession under a minute and a half left to go in the opening quarter. Game 1 of our doubleheader between the Cyclones and the Chieftains. Herrera in no man's land, got the trap. They call jump ball pretty quick there, and he'll stay here. As we are going to have now Foster Nichols and Askins Dietrich check back in for the Cyclones. So it looks like the majority of the starting 5 back out there, with the exception of Richards and Hiracheta.
That was a good thought by Sage there. I think she thought Lakin was going to break to the basket.
Initial whistle said Ottawa basketball. The official from the far side coming over and saying it was deflected. You saw Sage indicating that as well. It'll stay here. Lob up to Bennett at the left elbow, poked away by Richards, but she traveled with it first. And so after all of that, Tonganoxie cannot capitalize and get some points as they commit their 5th turnover of the game.
Yeah, they really need to cut down on those.
Askins Dietrich on the head fake, drive in on Bennett, kicks around, Nichols to Richards in the near corner, driving baseline, lets it fly, mid-range jumper, won't go. Here, Chetta underneath is good for the putback. And a 50-50 ball on the inbounds. This jump ball called. It's going to stay down here with the Cyclones, so just as good as a steal.
Yep.
Now all 5 players make their way back down this end. Here, Chetta. Inbound, Askins Dietrich, near corner. Foster Nichols drives in and gets tied up. Another jump ball called here. So Tongi will get it back, and they'll have 44.7 seconds to work with if they wish to use all of it. Down by 7, 10-3. As Maslick will come back in for this offensive possession. Foster Nichols picking her up. Now in the hands of Isaac. She's going to drive right, spin around, good pivot, kick out beyond the perimeter. Shawnick has space, lets it fly for 3, can't bank it in, a little too strong. And the Cyclones now have a chance to hold on for the final shot. Coming down quickly, Richards catch and shoot and gets the assist from Foster Nichols. And the lead is up to 9, largest lead of the night for the Cyclones under about 10 seconds left. Another loose ball. Both teams fighting for it. Sage on top of it, but another jump ball. And it will be Cyclone basketball, so now they have about 4.5 seconds left to put up one final shot and cap off this first quarter of action.
Well, I think Sage has had a good first quarter, definitely defensively. She's been everywhere on the court, diving for balls. And
yeah, I mean, not afraid of diving for that loose ball and an Ottawa defender coming down right on top of her. That's not fully easy to do. Cyclones got to put it up quickly here. Foster Nichols drives it on Bennett and blocked again. Second block of the quarter for Lake and Bennett, and that is how things end. After one quarter of action, Cyclones 12, Chieftains 3. We will have second quarter action next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Across the 20, the 15, the 10, 5. Colton McCann, his third touchdown of the game.
Like in the net, and that'll be a point for Baldwin.
A first touch volley. The substituted forward across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojan.
At an opening on the near side. Is he going to take it? Yes, he is. Kaplinger will take it to the house.
Quarter number 2 just getting started here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Game 1 of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cyclones. 12-3 Ottawa with the advantage after one quarter, although it seems like when you're down 12-3 to start things in the second quarter, things were a little bit dreadful in that first quarter, and I don't fully believe that. Things could have been better offensively. This is a good look from Lake and Bennett. Just couldn't quite finish it, though. But the defensive effort from the Chieftains tonight, though, got to be really, really impressed with. This is Dylan Nichols, hit it out just from beyond the right elbow. Dylan Nichols, leading scorer of this game with 6 points. Lake and Bennett, wide open space on that right side, just can't get it to fall.
That's 2 bunnies she just missed.
Letting them fight for it underneath, and the Cyclones come away with it. Richards, guarded by Shawnick, and a defensive foul. Loomis not liking the block called there on Alyssa Shawnick. Team fouls resetting here, so Tongi now with just 1 shooting foul, so that's going to send Richards to the free throw line for a pair. Marissa Richards, a 5'9" senior, 1 of 6 on this Ottawa varsity squad. First one on the way and buries it. First look at the free throw line tonight for the Cyclones. Chieftains only shot a pair in the first quarter from Alyssa Shawnick, and she went 1 for 2. Can Richards do the same? She 1-ups.
Yeah, before the holiday break, Alyssa Shawnick was having a tough time getting too many fouls. So Lake and Bennett finally finishes a layup there.
That third time's the charm. Finally, another great pass. Sage Isaacs getting it down to her.
Yeah, Sage playing a good game. Lady Chieftains are in a zone.
Richards short on the shot attempt. Another scrum down low. Both teams getting down dirty in this game. The jump ball will keep it down here with the Cyclones.
Yeah, guess who was on the floor again?
It's Sage. He's putting up the game at this time where you might look at the numbers on the stat sheet and say, what did she really do? But it's the effort, the extra effort plays like that she's been doing a great job with. Always really has. Her whole entire high school athletic career. Now we have a whistle and a foul. Camden Evans on the Cyclones fighting for that loose ball. So you're just feeling like right now, if you're Tonganoxie, if you just string together a couple of scoring drives on offense, then all of a sudden you're going to be right back into this contest and feeling really good about yourself.
Yeah, they can finish on these possessions. That's going to be huge.
And for the first time at the varsity level this season, Farrah Halsa checks in, the young sophomore. Had a great freshman campaign last year. Loose ball. Shonick in trouble. Coach Loomis might call a timeout. He hangs with them, and actually we pick up a foul on the Cyclones. So a lucky break there for Shonick as she was getting close to that 10-second violation. First foul of the game for Askins Dietrich. That is now 2 team fouls in this quarter by the Cyclones. Maslick to inbound, gives it right back to Shonick, and here we go. Askins Dietrich picking up right on her, mirroring her all the way past the timeline. Has the height and the reach advantage, no doubt, over Shonick. So we know Alyssa, she is not afraid of any defender in this conference. Also feeling the pressure, Askins Dietrich again getting a hand on it. Another jump ball, it'll stay down here. A little bit awkward landing. Farrah Halsa diving down, and that ball kind of right in the ribcage midsection. She was landing down on it. No, that always hurts when you got the end of the football doing that. I imagine the basketball can't feel much any better. Bounce passes to Herrera. Running floater with space is a little short. And brought in by the Cyclones. Camden Evans gives it off to Nichols. And another defensive foul and 2 more free throws on the way. Coach Loomis. Coach Loomis begging for an explanation. He gets one, but still does not like it. And I actually believe they called it on Sage. So the first of the game picked up for Sage Isaacs. That would have been big if that would have been the second on Alyssa Shonick. Loomis might have been making a move to his bench. Instead, it's only the first picked up for Sage. So this is Foster Nichols to the free throw line here. Second one on the way, good. And the Cyclones 4 for 4 from the charity stripe to start this game out. Askins Dietrich again. She's
got quick hands.
She does. Kind of reminds me just a little bit defensively of Mariah Noel from the Bonner Springs Braves.
Oh, yeah.
The past couple of years. Yeah. We haven't quite seen Askins Dietrich fully unleash it on offense quite yet, but Noel was just a tremendous two-way athlete as well. Now, she's now playing. Obviously, Bonner being in the Frontier League, she's been a commit and playing, I believe, at Ole Miss.
Yeah,
last time I checked. So
that's what I heard.
Playing some Power 5 basketball. Good job for her. Timeout taken by Tonganoxie. They're down by 11. 16-5, 5:49 left to go in the second quarter. It's the Chieftains and the Cyclones on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
So Coach Loomis taking the timeout there. His team left with 4 for the remaining of the game. Ottawa still with all 5. Tongi down 11, 16-5. Inbounds, make it 13, and another bucket goes for Dylan Nichols. That's been her bread and butter right there in the middle of the lane. Around that area, she's been making the Chieftains pay for it. The ball quickly found its way out to Farrah Halsa. I think she was trying to make it the extra pass to Lakin Bennett, but it's deflected by a Cyclone. It rolls out of bounds. In the near corner, Sage Isaacs checking back in. And Halsa will come out of the game momentarily. Lob in, collected. Bennett trying to go around from left to right, and she does. And puts it in over Dylan Nichols as Bennett leading the Chieftains in scoring. 6 of the 7 points belonging to her.
She could have easily had another couple buckets, but didn't quite go down for her.
Haskins Dietrich gives it to a cutting.
Good luck by Dietrich.
That was Herachetta that was cutting along on the left side, just couldn't put it down. Maslick off the sneaker if Herachetta will stay down here. So it rolls out into the common areas here inside Chieftain Arena. We're coming up officially on the 1 year birthday of Chieftain Arena coming up here. Again, the grand opening was last year, the opening round of the Tonganoxie Invitational Basketball Tournament. I believe that was around January 15th.
I think it was.
Or so. It's also the week of January 15th. That is when the next the long-running Tonganoxie Invitational Boys and Girls Varsity Basketball Tournament will be taking place. We'll have all of Tonganoxie's games covered here on Tonganoxie Sports Live and some of our other Varsity Sports Live channels like Eudora and maybe Lewisburg, Paola if they're here as well. We'll also have some coverage on those channels too. We'll be talking about that more in the upcoming weeks as that gets closer and closer. Meanwhile, second foul picked up Askin Dietrich. So she's going to be checked out of the game right now. Sage Isaacs at the free throw line, missing her first attempt, trying to correct on the second. Nothing but net on the second. Both teams now 4 attempts at the free throw line. Ottawa shooting 100%, Tongi only 50. Foster clear, open space, takes a shot from beyond the left elbow, but can't knock it down, and collected by Shawnick. I think she was maybe a little bit surprised at just how open she was. He heard her coach yell, shoot it. She was looking around for the pass and said, don't mind if I do. Just like Alyssa Shawnick, open three, just can't get it to fall though. Would have brought the lead under 10 for the Cyclones, but off the miss. Here they come trying to add on more. Herachetta will just give it up top to Dylan Nichols. Pass it around near side. Camden Evans. Herachetta cutting, doesn't get it. Drive in and a kick out. Michelle has it knocked loose. On the ground for it. Chieftains had it momentarily in a quick 30-second timeout taken by Coach Loomis. Tongi will have possession next after this quick break on Tongi Sports Live.
I was just wondering.
Enter query.
Should I use a robot?
Vacuum?
No. Are
robots taking over the world? Yes.
Never mind.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Unlike a robo-advisor, we can put together a personalized plan.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Coach Loomis trying to do everything he can to get his team fired up here. Trying to mount some kind of comeback. Down 10. So we're about the halfway mark of the second quarter. 18-8. Cyclones with the lead. They're going to be bringing some full court pressure here on the inbounds. It's been a little bit since we've seen a team do this. Yeah. The Tonganoxie this early in the game. We know they've struggled with it in the past. The few times they've seen it this year, though, they've handled it fairly well, yes. I think she had that slight reaction of wanting to shoot it, but tried to make the pass down low, and by then the feet were up and moving. It was just a little too late. Herachetta picks up her dribble. Herrera hounding her, gives it to Richards, trying to drive in on Shawnick, and we got a whistle, and that's going to be the second of the game on Alyssa Shawnick.
Let's see if Coach Loomis goes to his bench. He's going to leave her in.
3:42 left to go in the second. He's going to leave his young sophomore point guard out there and trust her to play smart and not pick up that third foul before intermission.
He switched to a man-to-man.
This time it's Foster Nichols That walks with it and gives it right back to Tongi.
Lady Chieftains are right in this game. If they could get a couple of more baskets here. Oh,
good pass, Herrera. Extra pass, Isaacs
better.
To Bennett, and she's just had a hard time.
Yeah, that's her third bunny.
Isaacs trying to get a fingertip on this one, contested but fouls.
Yeah.
Foster Nichols will send her to the line. Now Sage picks up her second foul of the game off the third miss down in the low block tonight from Lakin Bennett. It's got a tight lid on that rim whenever the ball's in her hands in that area.
This could easily be a tie game.
This is where Ottawa, they've been capitalizing so far tonight. 6 of 6 from the free throw line. 4 of 4 solely for Foster Nichols. Still got time to work with in the second quarter. Chieftains still going to be met with some pressure. Navigate through it very, very well. Bennett again, this time blocked. And man, they're going to call a foul on Dylan Nichols if she got a piece of that.
It looked like all ball, but
I'd agree. Second of the game for Dylan Nichols. Each team 4 total team fouls. So next one we'll put the other in the 2 free throw bonus for the remaining of this second quarter. Big free throws on the way from Lakin Bennett and rattles home the front end. Back into the game comes Camden Evans as Nichols will check out. Here's and see if Coach Sherman, Matt Sherman for the Cyclones will put her back in or just let her set the remaining 3:09 before halftime. Second free throw from Bennett, high arching and goes. A little bit of a rainbow arc to that one. That puts the Chieftains back within 10 points, 20-10 as we approach 3 minutes left to go in the first half.
Good pass.
The cutting. Iracheta kick out Richards, lets it fly, can't get it to go. Evans fighting for the rebound. Maslick had that shoulder kind of torqued around in an awkward position. She's okay though. Jump ball called. I had $1 for every jump ball that was called in this first half.
No question. It's been a lot.
I'd be at least $10 richer, I know that.
I think so.
Evans collects on the contested pass, but can't get it to fall. Isaacs.
Both teams having a tough time.
And the official doing the Chieftains a favor there and saving that one.
He's part of the
going out of play.
Part of the playing.
Part of the 4. He is.
Yeah.
This time Bennett kicks out Maslick. Head fake, drives in, picks it up, ricocheted around, and taken away by the Cyclones. Emery Keyball gives it up. Foster Nichols finishes with the left hand. A little bit of chaotic sequence there, and the Cyclones able to capitalize for 2 points, extend their lead to 12. Bennett, can she make it from 3? Hard off the back iron, gets her own rebound, has it poked, tripped up.
Call timeout.
Caught in some trouble here.
Jump ball.
Another jump ball, so it's going to stay down here. That was the best effort with the possession arrow in favor of the Chieftains. She was starting to roll over on that right side. I was almost questioning if they were going to call it travel.
They normally do when you start rolling around.
The whistle for jump ball came in first. Schoeneck with space, gets the screen from Isaacs. Can't knock down the 3 though. And another rebound for Richards. Maslick getting down, trying her best. But Richards able to recover, brings it across the timeline, tacking right side in on Schoeneck. Got to be careful not to pick up that third foul if you're Alyssa. Back up top, Emery Keyball, overhead pass, sings it on the far right wing. Left wing to Herchetta.
Chieftains are back in the zone. And that's how you beat a zone, is penetration.
Went around from left to right side in an arch formation and finishes with the right hand on the right side. Schoeneck, good extra pass to Bennett, but just couldn't handle it. I don't think she was quite ready for it. Keyball slowing things down for a moment as we barrel towards a minute left in the second quarter. Evans across Foster Nichols, trying to shake loose on Bennett. Grawls to double team. And it's going to be a full timeout taken by Coach Sherman and the Cyclones. They have 1:03 left to work with here, trying to draw something up and extend their 14-point lead over the Chieftains here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org. When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and your insurance to ensure a smooth transition, especially from a knee or hip replacement. Choose from one of their highly qualified physical therapists for an individualized plan of care to achieve long-term health benefits. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Go to ptsolutions.ks.com for more information.
So a timeout taken by the Cyclones. That leaves them with 4 for the rest of the game. Tongi with 3.
Tongi still in that zone.
Key ball up top, overhead on the far side to Evans. Back up top, Foster Nichols to Richards. Trying to find a way to penetrate this zone here from the Chieftain defense. A lot of moving, a lot of cutting into the paint.
Yeah, I think they were just going to hold for the last shot.
Herrera all over here. Chetta gives it to Richards. Had it there for key ball, but great recovery on defense. There's someone down there for the Chieftains able to knock it out. That slows things down. 27.3 remaining. Evans looking for someone to inbound to. Finds Richards, guarded by Maslick. Gives it to key ball. And now back to Evans. Coming down from the baseline on the inbounds, under 20 now. Intercepted. Isaacs getting in the passing lane. Hand off to Shawnick. Picking it up to Maslick. Stops. Dangerous spot to have that basketball. Able to hold on, though. And her pass is taken away. She's trying to get it back out to Shawnick. Good if it goes for Richards, and it's off the back iron. No good. And a chaotic end pretty much sums up this first half. A lot of active defense and points off turnovers. Cyclones lead going into the locker rooms 24-10. And we'll be right back with the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. You are watching Lady Chieftain basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Transform the look and feel of your home with the perfect flooring from Midwest Carpet Center in downtown Tonganoxie. Discover a world of exquisite carpets, stunning hardwoods, and luxurious vinyl. With over 20 years of trusted service, they are your local flooring experts. And there's so much more than just carpet. Shop a variety of styles from quality brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Hortec, and so much more. From cozy living rooms to elegant bedrooms, sleek kitchens to stunning baths, you'll find it all at Midwest Carpet Center. Explore online at MidwestCarpetCenter.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, after the break here on Tonganoxie Sports Live as we make our way into the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. At White Birch Properties, you have a team of agents ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. Dylan Funk alongside my broadcast partner, Dennis Drennan. Getting rid of the three-point line tonight. Not a three-point field goal has been made yet. There have been some attempted, but it has all been inside the arc and at the free throw line. Lead scorer for the Chieftains, Lakin Bennett, with 8. It's kind of tough when you're sitting here and say she could easily have double that. She could have 16 in that first half, and this is a much different conversation. She's just had some tough luck down low. She's missed at least 3 or 4 bunnies in that first half.
Yeah, no question about it. The Lady Chieftains left quite a few points on the floor there in that first half. Also on the free throw line, I think they were only shooting around 50% on that, while Ottawa's, I think the last time you checked, was 100%.
Yeah, Ottawa is 100%. They are 6 of 6 tonight. Tongi 4 of 6 so far. They weren't shooting 50%. Lakin Bennett went 2 for 2 at the line. That bumped up the percentage a little bit. So they've been doing well when they've been getting to the charity stripe as well. And you know that's just how it goes in basketball. Sometimes it falls not in your favor, but eventually those points, they do start coming back around to you. So we'll see if that happens in the second half for Lakin Bennett. But outside of that, it's 1 free throw each for Alyssa Schoenig and Sage Isaac. So how do they get more players involved in this contest, partner?
Well, I'll tell you what, Alyssa Schoenig has been guarded most of the night by the freshman.
Leah Haskins-Dietrich.
Yeah, and I'm telling you what, that's quite a battle. Alyssa's having a hard time driving on her and having to pass the ball and keeping the ball out of Alyssa's hands, so she hasn't had as many opportunities to shoot the ball tonight as she normally does.
Yeah, carrying from that same point, too, it just feels like it's been like that a little bit with both teams, especially at the start. It seemed like everything was just going really fast and in a hurry. Both teams were a little bit sloppy in the passing, and then also just give credit to the effort from both players as well. A lot of them diving on the floor, getting on the basketball. I don't know how many jump calls we had officially. I know it was at least 10. So that just kind of shows how active both these teams have been getting on the floor, getting after those loose balls.
Yeah, talking about being active and effort, your player to watch, Sage Isaac, has been all over the floor tonight.
Yes.
Hasn't done all that much offensively, but, man, defensively and rebounding, she's been a star tonight so far.
Yeah, there was a real big one I can remember where it was a loose ball going over the timeline. If Ottawa scoops it up and it looked like they were going to, it was going to be an easy 2 at the other end, but she kind of stretches out, lays out, gets a fingertip on it, and kind of knocks it loose from the Ottawa player that was going down the other end and was able to recover it. It was a jump ball that kept it in possession of Tonganoxie. So she's been making those kind of plays like we mentioned earlier. It's not the kind of things that are going to show up on the stat sheet per se, but her effort, definitely, she has showed up to play here in 2024.
Well, and it seems like the jump balls that she's got on the floor for ended up in Tongi's possession. So that's a huge thing. That's like a rebound.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, for the Cyclones, scoring-wise, Haskins-Dietrich picked up a couple fouls early, made a little bit of an earlier exit in that second quarter, but she was still fairly limited, though. Like we said, both teams' offenses hasn't really been able to get going outside of the Nichols sisters. Dillon with 8, Foster with 6, Richards and Hirocheta off the bench, each with a pair of field goals. They have 4. Haskins-Dietrich only held to 1 field goal. They have a 14-point lead, and this is kind of one of those rare times, again, a 14-point lead at halftime. You think that a lot really went wrong for Tonganoxie, but I think if they just, again, take care of the basketball and try to run the offense out, they got to deal with some height and some length down low. We've seen Dylan Nichols with a couple of blocks tonight using that big 6'1" frame. But somehow, some way, got to find a way, and especially Alyssa Shonick, try to get her open. Yeah. She can make some plays for you. She'll draw even more attention. Then you get Mariah Herrera, Sage Isaac, Lakin Bennett. If she could just start, I'm not trying to blame it on her. I'm saying if some will just start falling for her. She's been in the right position. It's just taking a couple of bad bounces off the glass and off the rim. So a couple of those go down. Like we said, she missed 3 of them. If we're sitting here saying it's 16-24 right now, Tonganoxie's feeling really good about themselves. So, and I still think they do. They're going to come out, and I believe they're going to be playing hard another 2 quarters. They're going to make the Cyclones try to earn it. They're going to give them a little bit of a run for their money because at this point, Tonganoxie, they won their first game of the year, losers of 4 straight. Don't have a whole lot to lose right now. Try to get off on the right foot in 2024. 2-minute warning before the start of the second half. And we will have it for you on the other side here. You've been watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
All right, both teams out of the locker room, ready to get things started. Quarter number 3 and the start of half number 2, game 1 of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cyclones here tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Cyclones looking to hold on to this 14-point lead that they've amounted after 2 quarters of action. So we know the Chieftains are going to be coming out. They're going to give them a run for their money here and play hard. The second half tip-off is brought to you by Lynch Real Estate. Lynch Real Estate is your hometown real estate company that will help you buy your first home all the way to your dream home, and they'll make your real estate dreams come true. Visit Dan Lynch and his team today in Tonganoxie. As the Cyclones will have the opening possession in the third quarter. Both teams back out there with their original starters. Nobody in really any big foul trouble. It's perfectly timed there. It's Lakin Bennett. She'll pick up her first foul. And looking to cap off the and one play, it's Dylan Nichols, who is the first player tonight in double digits with 10, looking to make it 11.
Yeah, and one of the points I failed to point out, partner, is that the Chieftains have really struggled with the size difference down low. On that back line, they're 6'1", 5'9", and the Chieftains have had a hard time driving the ball and scoring in the paint.
Yeah, it's not too often when you got Lakin Bennett and Sage Isaacs down there. So this is another takeaway for the Cyclones. Camden Evans can't finish with the left hands, but Johnny on the spot. It's Dylan Nichols, who also couldn't put it in. Haskins Dietrich limit to only 2 points in that first half, but she had a more larger defensive production for the Cyclones in the first 2 quarters.
Yeah, she's most of the time she was on Alyssa Shonick, and it was a pretty good matchup.
Good ball movement here by the Cyclones. Askin Dietrich drives right, puts it up with the right, can't finish. Contested by Maslick, and a rebound brought in by Lakin Bennett. Shonik dribbling left, finds Bennett. Evans trying to get a paw in there, knock it loose. Risky pass, ricochets to Shonik, now to Herrera. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Too far to the right. Key ball with the rebound. She wants to push the tempo up to Foster Nichols, but couldn't quite handle it. And Herrera takes it right back. Almost a travel there. Again, quick defense by Askins Dietrich. Shonik has time, shoots the three, and too strong. Don't see her miss that wide too often, especially with that much time and space she had.
Yeah, she was too open. Yes.
Like we said, coming out of the winter break, trying to knock off the rust. A lot of teams around the Frontier League coming off a delay of about 20 days or so between the winter and the holiday breaks from school. All teams been able to get at least a couple practices and workouts in before they started the second run of the season here in 2024. Some schools playing as early as last night. This effort here, no good. Askins Dietrich. Oh, my goodness, look out.
Hard foul.
Hard foul. And
well, she bounced right back up, though.
Running right into the bench. That was Sage. I was trying to track it down behind her and just had a hard time slowing down.
And Sage went over to help pick her up, too. That was good sportsmanship on her part.
Askin Dietrich still doesn't look all too thrilled, but I think if I'd plowed over into a chair like that, I don't think I would either. Tough spill, though. That's a third on the game for Sage, so she's going to be checked out. Lila Carlton will check in her spot. And, yeah, like you said, give credit to Askins Dietrich, the young freshman. I mean, not wasting any time, just kind of getting right back up and saying, my goodness. I just think these chairs, I mean, we're sitting in these chairs we're sitting in right now, and I mean, I know they're padded and stuff. I mean, there's not a whole lot of give in the padding, though, and the metal frame, taking that right in the midsection, the rib cage, and going right over it.
Yeah, that could have been really dangerous.
Yeah. Good to see she's okay, though. 16-point lead for the Cyclones, trying to get it down low to Dylan Nichols. Ricochets around. Askins Dietrich drives baseline, takes another tumble. And she was driving baseline.
Did Shonik just pick up her third?
Seeing if Askins Dietrich might have maybe tweaked an ankle there. She's going to be okay.
On Shonik.
Yep, so right as I was mentioning just a few moments ago that there was really no players in some serious foul trouble, and still not really the case, but when you got Shonik and Isaacs both picking up their third fouls and pretty close back-to-back in the same defensive possession, not ideal here. This is Herrera coming away with it. Shonik being checked out of the game. So we now looks like Macy Murray as they try to pass it to her, and it goes right through her hands. Wasn't quite ready for it.
Not what you wanted to see if you were the Chieftains fan.
So the 10th turnover in this game for Tongi. Dylan Nichols gives off. Askins Dietrich, acrobatic play there, just can't finish. Letting them play through the contact in the lane.
She was looking for a foul there, though. I don't think she was fouled.
Bennett stopped and, just
shuffled her feet.
Momentum taking her a little bit too far forward. Couldn't slow down in time. Those teams retreat back to the other side of the timeline. Folks, don't forget, Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cyclones will be taking place about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this contest. Here should be a great one, as the boys varsity squad for Tongi still looking for their first win of the season. They'll have a good contest with the Cyclones. Meanwhile, another bucket falls for Dylan Nichols.
Yeah, it's just a really nice move.
Our total now up to 12 on the night, leading all scorers in tonight's game. That one ricocheted off the side of the backboard somehow for Lila Carlton. Still won't fall. And this is Askin Dietrich coming across with it, tacking in the middle of the lane. Can't finish with the left hand. Takes another.
He's going to draw the foul this time.
Yep. She has been hitting the deck hard.
Yes, she has.
This game, you can see every time she gets up, it's a little bit more gingerly, and in between running over a chair on the bench to tweaking an ankle on the baseline and falling hard on her back there. But she gets up. She's got 2 free throws upcoming and can stretch the lead to an even 30 points. And she's going to come up short on the first attempt. So after going perfect in the first half, 6 of 6 on the free throw line, the Cyclones now 0 for 2. Small sample size, but she's able to correct those. So 1 for 2 on the first free throw trip for Askins Dietrich, and they're going to be going right back there. So it'll be Camden Evans taking shots after Ottawa came away with the steal. Schoeneck and Isaacs are going to be checking back in for Tonganoxie with their 3 fouls. 4:12 left to go in the third quarter. Camden Evans will go to the line, and they're going to tag Emerson Maslick with her second foul of the game. And it is worth noting, they don't have it up on the scoreboards yet, but that's the 15th foul in this quarter for Tongi, so it's going to be 2 free throws after every foul regardless for the remainder of this third quarter.
That could be big.
It could be big, especially for the success that the Cyclones have been having at the line so far tonight.
Get that in the guard's hands. There you go.
Schoeneck feeling the pressure coming from behind. That's Foster Nichols. Able to reach in there, jump ball. And yeah, just as good as a steal there for the Cyclones. Yep. They'll have possession. The defense really cranking up here for the Cyclones, making the offensive production even harder for the Chieftains. They're still looking for their first bucket of the second half, but another foul underneath, so 2 free throws incoming. This is the first of the game on Mariah Herrera. First one at the line, good. And for Foster. As both teams make their substitutions coming off the bench. Can't knock down the second, though, for Foster. Big offensive possession upcoming here for the Chieftains. Cannot be scoreless any longer if they want any chance. Try to come back into this one. Askins Dietrich gets a fingertip on it, knocks it out of play. It'll stay at this end.
She's made it tough on the Tongi guards tonight with her quickness.
Mm-hmm. Again, hounding Herrera in that far corner. Gives it to Schoeneck. Running floater in the lane is banked in. And the first official field goal of the game that was made by somebody on Tongi outside of Lake and Bennett.
Wow.
Askins Dietrich steps back for 3, won't go. Emerson Keyball brings it up, though. Good extra pass. Foster Nichols wide open on the right block for 2. And the Cyclones really getting in a rhythm here. Maslick quickly zinging it to Isaacs. Try to get it down low to the block to Bennett. Has it deflected and taken away. Richards, full head of steam. Extra bounce pass. Askins Dietrich couldn't handle it, though, and the Chieftains come away with it. It was Maslick that poked it away first, and Schoeneck controls, gives it up to Herrera. And she goes back to Maslick, and she can't handle it. Hands over the face. And it's been a rough offensive night tonight for Tonganoxie. Coach Loomis is going to try to change that, taking a full timeout here, try to get his team to regroup. They're down 34-12 to the Cyclones. About 2.5 minutes left to go in quarter number 3. Game 1 of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cyclones on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Well, the full timeout taken by Coach Loomis, trying to get his team to regroup, down 34-12. About 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Cyclones have control of it right now. Foster Nichols bringing it across the timeline. Quick hand, Sage Isaacs can't knock it loose from Richards. Now she does, and Bennett there to recover. It's another takeaway for this Chieftain defense. Drive off the glass, too high for Herrera. And it'll stay down at this end. They'll have another chance. Bounce pass into Herrera here in the near corner. Guarded by here, Chetta gives to Shawnick. And her in the defensive battle with Haskins. Dietrich's been going on all night long. There's Sage, her first bucket of the night from three-point range, just like we all expected. And could that be the spark that this Chieftain team needed? And now we're going to get another whistle here on Maslick. This is going to be her third. She was trying to run through that screen that was set for the Cyclones. They said just a little bit too aggressively, lower, just enough lower the shoulder. They're going to call it every time. And again, with Ottawa being in the bonus, they will shoot 2 free throws here. Clock stopped, 1:52 seconds. Another trip to the line. Foster Nichols went 1 for 2 in her last trip. She knocks down the front end yet again, just like she did on the first trip. Trying to take it back to a 20-point lead. Can't do it, though. Keyball thought she had the rebound. I think nobody knew where the basketball was for a moment. And Richards able to capitalize in the moment and capitalize for a bucket. A little bit of a bizarre play there. I think there were 3 players in a cluster. The ball was right behind them, and nobody really knew it. Somehow not rolling and hitting the baseline either for an out of bounds. Chieftains miss again. Cyclones back the other way. Lincoln Bennett slows things down for a moment, and now Maslick will pick up her fourth, trying to reach in and knock it loose. And Farrah Halsa will be coming off the bench undoubtedly to come in for her, and they will. Lila Carlton also checking into the game. Or no, it's just Lila Carlton. They'll be coming in. Farrah Halsa being told to sit back down. And back to the line again we go. Foster Nichols.
Now number 5 Walters into the game for Ottawa.
Also have Keyball being checked out of the game for Ottawa. Third time's the charm. Finally 2 for 2 at the line for Foster, and she will get checked out as well. And watch the final minute, 21 seconds or so from the bench. As the Cyclones just a point shy of 40 points, averaging 54 points a game this season on a 4-game winning streak. So coming in with the hot hand tonight against Tonganoxie. Both these teams, as a matter of fact, exact opposites. Tongi went in the first game, losers of 4 straight for the Cyclones. They lost their opening game at Emporia, lost to the Spartans, and they've rattled off 4 straight, playing really great basketball. One of their latest games, a pummeling at home against the Paola Panthers. Another deflected pass from Lakin Bennett. Haskins Dietrich on the floor for it, letting them play it out, though. Let's see what they call. Possession arrow in favor of Tongi, and it is another jump ball, so Chieftains will have control. 49.6 seconds in the third.
Yeah, the Chieftains can't afford any more empty possessions here if they want to make a run at this.
We saw an offensive spark in the last broadcast we had at Eudora. It was in the boys' game where they were making a late comeback against the Cardinals.
It can happen.
It can happen, but it's got to happen right now. That one short from Isaacs, didn't have enough underneath it. Erichetta coming across the timeline, now down near the low right block, kicks it back out. Haskins Dietrich takes a bounce, collects, and knocks it down. The first three-point basket of the game, and it belongs to the freshman, Leah Haskins Dietrich. Punctuates this lead for the Cyclones, getting close to 30 now. 27 to be exact. Final seconds ticking away. Shonick can't get it to go. Richards with the rebound, and that will do it. And the Cyclones 8 minutes away from stretching that winning streak to 5. They have the lead. 42-15 over the Chieftains. Final quarter coming up next here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Thinking about starting your next outdoor home project? Be sure to call 811 before you dig. After calling 811, wait a few days for utilities to mark your yard with paint or flags to avoid unintentionally hitting a utility line. Hitting a buried line can disrupt service in your area, cost money to repair, or cause serious injury. Southern Star asks you to help protect our community. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
A great...
Now or never for the Lady Chieftains, entering the fourth quarter down 42-15 to the Ottawa Cyclones as they are looking to extend their winning streak to 5 straight games and start off 1-0 in the new 2024 season. Coming out of the holiday break, both these teams gearing up for the second run of the season, if you will, playing pretty much for the whole month of December, having about 15, 20 days off or so. Now getting back into the swings of things, Haskins Dietrich, back-to-back field goals for the Cyclones. She's on a quick little 5-0 run of herself. Jonick has been limited at this end, only 3 points, make it 5. Another running floater in the lane, it's banked home. Good pass, Haskins Dietrich just can't fall. It's Olivia Walters, first time we've called her name tonight. This is Richards on the 3. That doesn't go as well. And Shonick, again, a cluster of black jerseys around, but she comes away with the basketball. And Haskins Dietrich with the shoulder check is going to get charged with her 3rd foul of the game. Isaacs trying to penetrate, puts it up, and
Good
rattles
job.
it in. Got the courtesy roll off the back iron, just grazed it enough and let it fall. And quick with the hands on defense. And that's what she's just been doing this whole entire game. Evan Surfane gives it to Walters, has it poked away, took her eye off the ball, and Herrera takes advantage of that. Shonick lets it fly from 3, leaves it little bit short and off to the left. Herrera collects, though. Second effort. Underneath to Maslick. Leading her out of bounds. Saves it. Back to Maslick. Now to Shawnick.
No, that's double team.
And Shawnick had the space again if she wanted to fire away for three. Almost in the exact same spot where she let the last one go.
She
decided to make the extra pass to Lakin Bennett, who draws the foul. Underneath on Richards. And she will be checked out. Dylan Nichols will come in. And got an official timeout. Looks like Carson Maslick needs to tie the shoe up. You like it's pretty wise not to play basketball with your laces undone.
No, that could be very dangerous.
Could be. Good give and go. Isaacs picks up the assist on the feed to Bennett, who now has double digits on the night with 10. Quickly back the other way. Cyclones pass from Dylan Nichols is taken away by Herrera. Is looking to get it to Laura Wingert. Another. Bunny missed and didn't go down for Lakin Bennett, but it's kept alive for the time being. Isaacs fouled, almost had the and one. She has a chance to earn him at the line. Slow things down for the time being. First set of free throws the Chieftains will attempt in this half. The first one from Isaacs is up and good. Takes her now 2 of 3 on the evening. A chance to go 3 for 4 and 75%.
Your player to watch is having a decent game.
He is. Now, you're the one that mentioned it, or I was looking for, especially on the offensive end, to get going. The defensive end, I mean, we've known she's played with a lot of heart and grit all season. I feel like even tonight, I mean, she really has stepped it up, and she's had her hands full, no doubt, but she's been making a lot of those effort plays. Takes the contact there and draws the charge. Perfectly timed. He has been taking and absorbing the contact all night long tonight.
Have a timeout.
We do. Full timeout taken for the Cyclones. 44-23, 5:33 left to go, trying to hold on to their lead against the Chieftains.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
So the full timeout taken by the Cyclones. Chieftains will take back control, and right when that timeout was taken, we were talking about how well the defensive effort has been tonight for Sage Isaacs. It was perfectly timed as she drew the contact and had the charge foul. Here she is now driving baseline, kicks it out. Farrah Halsey gives to Herrera, lets it fly, can't knock it down though for 3. And it is Foster Nichols that controls it, guarded by Shawnick. Gives it to Keyball, who gives it back to Nichols. Approaching 5 minutes left to go in the ball game. Foster Nichols, good move on Bennett and puts it in. Well-deserved bucket for Foster Nichols.
Nice spin move.
She now has 10 on the night. Herrera favoring the right side to Isaacs, back up top. Halsey lost it for a moment, collects now to Shawnick drive in near the top of the key in the baseline, hesitates. Looked a little bit forced as well, I agree. Defense was collapsing down right around her, tried to put up a shot, but it's going to stay down here with the Chieftains as Maslick comes back in and Mariah Herrera will check out. Shawnick on the inbounds. Everyone cutting, making their moves, gives it to Isaac. Jump stop in the lane, back out from Halsa now to Shawnick. Drives on the right side through defenders, 3 of them to be exact. Couldn't finish. Lakin Bennett on the rebound. And another jump ball is called as she had that ball down low, allowing the Cyclones to get a hold of it. It's going to keep it down here with the Chieftains. Another lob in, it goes right back to Isaacs, right elbow to Bennett. And hands to Halsa, trying to back down. Maslick on the drive and took just a couple too many steps. Took a little bit of contact, knocked her off her track, and gets called for the travel. Chieftains going to be bringing a little bit of pressure here, trying to come away with the steal. The Cyclones get through it. Dylan Nichols, full head of steam, will slow things down. Across the way, Camden Evans. She'll let it fly for 3 and can't knock it down. Ricocheted around. Maslick able to control. It came off hard. Off the backboard, up ahead. Isaacs, 3 defenders around her. Maslick, open 3, no good. Rebound, Camden Evans. Under 3.5 left to go in the contest. It's a 23-point lead for the Cyclones, looking to take their winning streak up to 5. It's going to be a trio of substitutions at the next stoppage for Ottawa. Ball passed around, top of the perimeter. Evans with it, going right, driving in. And a defensive foul called on Tonganoxie. We'll see who they give it to. It's going to be on Halsa. Only her first of the game. It's the first team foul this quarter for Tonganoxie. 4 committed for Ottawa. So 1 more, and that will put the Chieftains in the 2 free throw bonus. Richards on the inbound, asking Dietrich who she was looking for. Gets it to her, even off the deflection from Isaacs. Archetta drive baseline, trapped, kicked out. Dylan Nichols, and good.
She just rose up above and let it fly.
And took some contact right in the hip, too. Yannick driving, floater, can't finish with the right hand. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by Tongi. Well, currently where things sit right now, looks like Ottawa will be holding on to this lead. They're going to pick up their 5th win of the season. Tonganoxie, that will drop them down to 1-5. They're going to have a busy week coming up next week. Both teams will. On Monday night, got a doubleheader here in Chieftain Arena against the Pleasanton Ridge Rams. And then back again on Tuesday for Metro Academy doubleheader, and on the road next Friday, a week from tonight, on the road at Spring Hill. That game will be a simulcast that you can watch on Spring Hill Sports Live with the Spring Hill Sports Live crew. And for anyone that's curious, that is the final simulcast that we will have. So for the rest of the time, you and I, home or away, we will be broadcasting the Tonganoxie games.
And we have the big Tongi Invitational coming up this week.
Absolutely, yep. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this year. Should be another great tournament field, as always. If my memory serves me right, I want to say it was in the men's tournament bracket, I believe it was Bonner Springs that, I believe it was between them and Eudora in the championship game.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
I believe so. I remember just watching Eudora last year, strong senior team, and they went to the state tournament. But Bonner Springs, watching them play some basketball is incredible. Kalen Strite and company, they're just tremendous athletes up and down. We're going to be seeing them coming up here this season too at Bonner Springs.
Yeah.
Next one on the way for Isaacs is good.
He's got to be getting close to double digits.
Getting close. He's got 8 now.
What I thought.
Richards left alone for 3. Can't knock it down, though. Erichetta gets the rebound, tipped by Halsa, who wants it. And Richards ends up right back to her off her own miss. Right-hand floater doesn't fall for Dylan Nichols. And the Chieftains come away with it. Up it goes to Herrera, trying to push the tempo. Under a minute and a half left to go in the ball game. Shot good head fake, got Aston Dietrich off her feet. Maslick just a little short on the three-point attempt. Travel here on the Cyclones gives the ball right back to Tonganoxie. Where things sit right now, again, the boys varsity game will be taking place roughly 20 minutes after the conclusion of this contest here tonight. So it's going to be after the 8 o'clock hour when that first tip will be happening, as we have a minute of game time left. But you and I both know very well, just because there's a minute and counting left in the game, that doesn't always mean it takes a minute or two of real time to finish up. Schoeneck, finally, nothing but net from 3. Straight away, arguably her best look of the night tonight. She's had a couple. That time able to knock it home. Erichetta can't get it, contested by Isaacs. And Schoeneck looking for double figures, can't get it there. She's got 8 at the time. And with under 30 seconds left, we'll see if Chieftains still playing defense here. Neither coach really telling their others to back off, but this is Richards just kind of holding on to it, signaling that all right. They'll come just a little below the season average tonight, 54 points a game, but 48 was enough to win it. Your final score, Ottawa 48, Tonganoxie 27. And that's going to do it. 5 straight wins for the Cyclones. They pick up right where they left off in 2023. Meanwhile, for Tonganoxie, now 5 straight losses. They'll be looking to get right. Quick turnaround over the weekend back here at home on Monday in a doubleheader against Pleasant Ridge and the Rams. That'll be coming into Chieftain Arena. And you can see the boys running out onto the court, getting their final warm-ups in. We're going to put some fresh time up on the clock, and we're going to have the start of that game coming up in just a matter of moments here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Just come through some of the point totals real quick. Leading scorer for Tonganoxie tonight, it's Lakin Bennett with 10 points. Again, like we mentioned at halftime, leaving, I would say about 8 points, I think, is pretty close to what she left out on the court. So we could be talking about a monstrous 18-point night for Lakin Bennett, but she still had a good game. 8 points for Alyssa Schoeneck. That three-pointer there at the final few moments, that was enough to put her up in front. Isaacs finishes with 8 as well. No other point production. It was just those 3 tonight for Tonganoxie. And we had mentioned what did they need to do coming into this one to get more players involved, but it was just the defense of Ottawa not really giving them any chances, but it also same old for this Tonganoxie squad. 14 turnovers committed in this game. Way too many empty possessions.
Yeah, no question about it. They didn't, at least I didn't feel like they gave up too many offensive rebounds to the Cyclones because Sage and Lakin were pretty active underneath.
Yeah.
But that had been an issue as well.
I mean, really, that's really my only complaint is just the turnovers. They're always around the double-digit figure about game in and game out. Of course, you like to see that number start to come down, but outside of that, and the offensive in the offensive production, obviously, you like to see more players get involved than just 3. But defensively, I thought the game plan that Tonganoxie had tonight, thought they executed it fairly well. Sage Isaacs, I can't say enough about her and her effort. That's why she's going to be my Kevin Gallagher American Family Insurance Player of the Game tonight, game 1 of our doubleheader.
Yeah, I heartily agree.
Yep, and finishing 8 points on offense. Usually, last couple times we had seen her, she's finished with 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. Tonight, getting more involved that way, but defensively, really stepping it up a notch. And
yeah, that's where she got my nod.
Yeah, without a doubt. She had her hands full tonight with Dylan Nichols, who was still the leading scorer tonight out of all players with 14 total points. Her sister, Dylan Nichols, lead scorer with 14. Her sister Foster with 10. So both of them were in double figures. Askins Dietrich had a slow start in the first half, only 2 points. She finishes with 8, though. And one of the 3 3-point field goals made in this game, one belonging to Ashton Dietrich, one to Shawnick, and one to Sage Isaacs. Of course, she was doing it from everywhere at the free throw line, on the field, and from 3-point range. So that's going to do it for our coverage. Game 1 of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cyclones. Cyclones looking to complete the sweep now. Game 2 will be coming up in 12 and a half minutes from now. So they're going to try to speed it up a little bit here. We're going to step aside for a moment, regroup, and we'll be back into the S&S Body pregame show after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus or go to tongirec.org.
All right, everybody, welcome back into Game 2 of our doubleheader on Tonganoxie Sports Live between the Cyclones and the Chieftains in the S&S Body pregame show. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Chieftains coming out of the locker room for about 2 minutes to go until tip-off. And let's talk about this matchup tonight. Should be a great one between the Chieftains and the Cyclones. We'll start first with Tonganoxie. Still looking for that first win of the season. But I think we've talked about rarities and oddities tonight. Yeah. How often can a team go 0-5, but you still feel like they're right there? Like they've been in so many games. The last time we saw them against one of the best teams in 4A in Eudora, came back, almost took them to the brink in overtime. Logan Sullivan has to hit a walk-off in that game to win it. You go on the road against Baldwin, a great team, and you put up a great showing there as well. 63 points they put up against Baldwin. So, again, this team, it just feels like it's been a little bit of a slow start. I think that I've heard them in the past. So if this team just come out and if they play four full quarters of basketball, I mean, look out, possibly.
Well, here's the thing, partner. I believe it was last year that Coach Jones's team came out really hot in the second half of the year after the break, and I think we're looking for the same thing out of these guys. The thing that jumps out the most at me when I look at both of these rosters is very comparable. Tongi only has 3 seniors. Ottawa only has 4. So both relatively young teams. Not only that, but very comparable height-wise. There's really no true advantage from a height standpoint on either side. So I think we're looking for a pretty good matchup here.
Yeah, really are. And we're talking about our keys of the game brought to you by First Security Bank. They're your new locally owned community bank in Tonganoxie. Stop by and meet their friendly staff today. First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. This is going to be one of those rare games. And Tonganoxie hasn't really had a game coming into it where all across the board, they're like, okay, we're pretty well even, not giving up drastic inches. Sure, there's a couple here and there, but it's not like you got a 6'7" Jeter Purdy down low or anything. They're going to look to make the Cyclones really earn it tonight. We're going to step aside for a moment for our national anthem and starting lineups here on Tongi Sports Live.
Kansas State High School Activities Association and Tonganoxie High School encourage you to make good sportsmanship a priority at all times. Winning is for a day, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. At this time, students from both schools will read the Frontier League sportsmanship statement.
In the Frontier League, we expect all in attendance to take pride in your team and represent your school and community with good sportsmanship.
Please respect the calls of the officials, the efforts of the coaches and players, and focus on your team as you cheer them to victory. Thank you.
We invite you to remain seated at halftime of tonight's game for performance from our Chieftains Stars dance team. At this time, we ask that you please stand, remove your hats, and help us honor America and those who serve it in the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Ottawa, number 0, 5'9" junior, Carter Hepner. For Tonganoxie, number 2, a 5'7" senior, Zakiah Glover. For Ottawa, number 10, a 6'3" junior, Cole McGrath. For Tonganoxie, number 11, a 6' senior, Alex Crowley. For Ottawa, number 11, a 5'11" senior, Cody Rivers. For Tonganoxie, number 13, a 6'1" junior, Noah Carlton. For Ottawa, number 30, a 5'11" junior, Caleb Hepner. For Tonganoxie, number 23, a 5'10" sophomore, Lachlan McRae. For Ottawa, number 34, a 6'3" sophomore, Aiden McCullough. And for Tonganoxie, number 24, a 6' junior, Owen Schmidt. Coaches for tonight's game, for Ottawa, Cliff McCullough, and for Tonganoxie, Bill Jones. Officials for this evening's game, Matthew Galley, Brian Swan, and Scott Stein.
All right, so real quick before we get into this, our player spotlight, so we'll call it tonight, brought to you by Brothers Market. You check out their weekly ads and specials in-store or on their website at shopbrothersmarket.com. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. On Tonganoxie's side, the player that I have my eyes on, at least in this game, it's going to be Lachlan McRae. I think closing out that final stretch of December playing his best basketball, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists against Eudora, and then at Baldwin, 17 points, 6 boards, and 4 assists in that game as well. So he's really peaking at the right time. I look for him to carry that on tonight. And on the Ottawa side, I'm looking at their sophomore, Aiden McCullough, number 30.
Yep.
We saw his older brother. We were very familiar with him. Highly athletic. A lot of the offense ran through him at just about any sport that he played. They like to do the same with young Aiden, number 34, getting ready to tip this thing off with Owen Schmidt. They like to pass it around. Ottawa likes to get it down low and let him go to work. We'll see how Tonganoxie tries to counteract that tonight. Guys, those were your player spotlights tonight, brought to you by Brothers Market. And we are underway. Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cyclones is here on Tongi Sports Live.
Tongi opens up in a man-to-man defense, so see how that goes.
First shot, no good. McCullough already grabbing one board. It is worth noting the Cyclones, they are without one of their starter seniors. Owen Blaine, a 6'3 senior, is out with an injury tonight. And there is his replacement on the bench, Cody Rivers, a 5'11 senior. He gets the scoring started for both teams.
That's a 3-ball.
It was all the way well into the second half before we saw our first 3-ball in the girls varsity game. With not even a minute into this one. And Rivers already delivering on that. And for Tonganoxie, a pretty even battlefield as far as height goes in this matchup with the Cyclones. Good pass underneath to Crowley. Extra pass to Lachlan McRae. Drives in. And you'll have a chance to earn them at the free throw line. Bit of a bang-bang play there. Carter Hepner, number 0 down low, taking the brunt of that contact. And we'll see what Lachlan can do at the free throw line to start this up. It was so memorable in that comeback. Last time we saw these boys partner here against Eudora, he was really the driving force when they were coming back in the final about 2-3 minutes of that fourth quarter when they tied the game up late against Eudora, getting buckets, getting down, getting steals, causing turnovers. He was just on fire, and I feel like that was almost like the coming out party for Lachlan McRae. He carried that momentum with him against Eudora. They're looking to keep it going here tonight. 2 for 2 at the line for Lachlan. It's a great start for him.
And it's funny because, we talked to his good friend, and he said he felt like he was going to have a breakout game in that one, and he carried through with that.
Yeah, that's now the voice of the Paola Panthers, Brendan Bowen, who joined us for our broadcast last time against Eudora. Chieftains getting down on it, causing the jump ball. Yeah, the friendship with Lachlan and Brendan. Obviously Brendan knew him just about as well as anybody, and he did. He called it right from the start. And
he did.
Boy, did he. 20-plus points in that game against the Cardinals. Noah Carlton underneath, took some contact, but can't finish with the left hand. Here comes McCullough back the other way, gives it up, and through the hands, that's Caleb Hepner, excuse me. That one goes through his hands and out of play for the turnover. I believe they're twin brothers, Carter and Caleb Hepner, both juniors on this team. I think if I remember correctly, when we last called a Tongi-Ottawa game at Ottawa, they both were kind of like the Morris twins, where they had the same shoes, same haircut. It was really hard to tell them apart. At least this time, both have different haircuts, so it's a little easier to tell them apart this time around. That's Carter Hepner picking up his second foul, so he comes out early. And Coach McCullough has to go to his bench early in this contest. Over left side, Glover drives, spin move, gives it back to Carlton. Chieftains looking for some kind of opening in the hands of Crowley right now. He'll bring it back up towards the top and hand it off to Growley. Goodness, Glover. Let him just a little too far from the basket. Lachlan McRae can't knock down the three. Owen Schmidt with the rebound up through contact. And he'll go to the line for a pair.
Nice rebound there by Owen. Let's see if he can finish at the line here.
Rivers is first. Schmidt at the line, shooting 2.
All points so far for Tongi coming from the free throw line. Owen Schmidt missing the front end. Second one on the way, and it is good. That's going to knot us up 3 apiece. McGrath gives it to Perez, now swinging around. Rivers knocked down the 3 earlier. Trying to go down to McCullough. Can he go to work on Carlton? Gives the extra pass. Rivers right there, but he can't finish. Excuse me, that's McGrath. Potential bunny missed right there for Cole McGrath. Glover drive in, almost had it poked away. Keeps control. Ball moving its way around now to Crowley. He lets it fly for 3. Can't knock it down. Rebound underneath by Perez, uncontested. He'll bring it across the timeline for the Cyclones. Slows it down for a moment, comes right, handoff. Losing a sneaker on the way. This is Caleb Hepner. And they're going to stop play for the time being. Let him get that sneaker back on.
I don't think they're supposed to be going on that easy. That's probably why it came off.
They didn't even have to untie him or nothing. Well, it's pretty hard to play the game of basketball with only one sneaker.
Yeah, it is.
Rivers, good feed. He's got another bucket. And all 5 points belonging to him, and what is his first start of the season, filling in for the injured Owen Blaine. Crowley looking for something. There's Rivers again. He's mightily involved in this game. Gets the steal, goes coast to coast, and he finishes with a bucket. It has been a perfect start for Cody Rivers. Good feed, Owen Schmidt able to finish with the right hand. And that will slow down the Ottawa momentum for the time being. In the corner, McCullough trying to work it down low. You can see McGrath posting up on Schmidt down low, not looking his way. Rivers gets open again. No good. Perez with the rebound over Sakai Glover, and he puts it back up and in. And it's the traditional role players coming off the bench tonight for the Cyclones have all the point production. 7 for Rivers, and that one for Perez, who came in for Carter Hepner, who had to exit with 2 fouls early. Now Glover in a little bit of trouble. Finds McRae, has some space. Can't finish with the right hand. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lachlan. It'll be Cyclone basketball as Cater Albert checks in for the first time tonight, taking out Sakai Glover.
It looked to me like Lachlan may have lost that on his way up. I'd like to have that back.
Yeah, he's too good of a player to leave it that short.
Yeah.
Colo left elbow. Strong move by McGrath in the chest of Crowley as he puts it in for his first bucket. Cyclones wasting no time in this one, jumping out to a 6-point lead. And that one looking for Cater Albert was Owen Schmidt, and he turns it over.
That was a bad pass there.
Lets it fly for 3 and nails it. Aiden McCullough. The exclamation on a fast start in this first quarter for the Cyclones. 9-point lead over the Chieftains. 2:23 left to go. You are watching Chieftain basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live, presented by Kansas Insurance.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
It was just a quick 30-second timeout taken by Coach Jones, trying to regroup his team a little bit here. It feels like it was a little bit back and forth to start, and then all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, it's a 9-point lead for the Cyclones.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Jones wanted this to get anywhere out of hand.
Schmidt underneath, back up to Albert. Just a little bit behind him, but able to control. And another risky pass, and Caleb Hepner able to knock it out of bounds. He'll stay at this end. Another characteristic of this varsity squad for the Cyclones is that they go out and they love to play defense.
It's a good way to create offenses, to play tough defense.
Straight away for Lachlan, comes up short on the three-point attempt. Carlton gave a great effort though, but the Cyclones come away with it. Coming down the pipe, Rivers, swinging it around. Drive in, McGrath. Good block by Schmidt, but they're calling for the foul. Schmidt thought that he had all ball. Whistle was just a tad bit late coming in, but it comes in nonetheless. And the first set of free throws coming up here for the Cyclones via Cole McGrath, a 6'3" junior. He knocks down the first attempt.
Number 2, Glover, for Tonganoxie.
Only the first foul of the game for Owen Schmidt, but he's going to be checked out. Lachlan McRae will come in for him. Free throw number 2 on the way, and no good. It falls off the back iron. Like we said, this is far too often this season. We've seen this Chieftain team come out, have a little bit of a sluggish start.
Yep.
They really pick it up after the second half, but it's things like that that's really going to spark them here. That's a good three from Alex Crowley. Just like that, cuts the lead down to 6.
Now they need to stop.
Underneath, offensive foul is called.
Yep.
That's Crowley again, hitting the deck. That's Caleb Hepner that gets called on the foul there. It's only his first. It's the 4th team foul for the Cyclones. Only 1 for the Chieftains, but they're going to reset here in about 50 seconds as we are winding down in the final moments of the opening quarter. McRae has it now from Carlton. Lost it for a moment in the paint, but gets it back out to Crowley. Chieftains still have over 30 seconds to work with here. No need to try to rush anything. Glover loses his footing, and a defensive foul will be called again.
That'll put him at the line.
That will.
Foul's on McGrath, his first.
First of the game for McGrath. So the Chieftains, they're not going to be in the bonus very long, only for about 30 seconds and some change, but good chance here to capitalize and take it back to a 5-point game.
Yeah.
First one from Glover on the way and good.
You have to make these count.
Takes a couple bounces, spins it in his hands. Second one on the way. Clanks off the front iron, no good. Ottawa's going to have a chance.
Yep. It's like they may try and hold it for the last shot.
Up by 6, 15-9, now under 20 seconds left to go. Perez hounded by Schmidt, near corner, gives it to McCullough. Across the court, Caleb Hepner, long range 3, does not fall. Perez, another rebound, but can't finish. And another offensive foul, this time on McGrath. He quickly picks up his second as he was fighting for that loose ball.
The Chieftains will have another shot at the line for a pair and get it within 4 if they can pick these up.
So we're thinking in those final moments with 4 team fouls that maybe the Chieftains wouldn't be able to capitalize very much on the 2 free throw bonus, but Zakiah Glover made one earlier. This is Lachlan McRae now. He went 2 for 2 on his first trip. If he can do it again, take it to a 4-point contest. Second one pinning here for Lachlan, up in the air, and good. 4 for 4 to start his night from the free throw line. Perez with it. Final seconds, and they're going to tag Glover. Did a little bit of a hip check as Perez was coming right down the pipe, up the baseline in front of the scorer's table on the Tonganoxie bench. Stops the clock, 4.4 seconds. Still some time here to get the ball in the hands of your shooter. It's going to be Perez. Far corner three is too strong. Glover with it, and that will do it. Fast and furious action in quarter number one. Cyclones 15, Chieftains 11. We'll be back with second quarter action after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
The 20, the 15, the 10, 5. Colton McCann, his third touchdown of the game.
Like in the net, and it'll be a point for Baldwin. A first touch volley. The substituted forward across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojan.
At an opening on the near side. Is he going to take it? Yes, he is. Kaplinger will take it to the house.
Back here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan on color and camera, and it was a little bit of a slow start again for Tonganoxie in that first quarter. Turned it on there a little bit late, got it back to within a 4-point game.
You see if they can keep it going here, because they've notoriously, so far this year, had slow starts, which have really compromised their ability to come away with wins in close games.
They get another stop here on defense. Zakiah Glover brings it across the timeline, coming to the left side. Jump stops, poked away. McCullough got a hand in there late and turns it over for the Chieftains. This is Carter Hepner with it now. Had 2 fouls early in that first quarter. He got taken out, but put right back in there by his head coach. Hepner to McCullough. Down low he goes. This is Hull going to work on Schmidt, and he puts it in. Wasting no time off the bench. A fresh substitution along with number 3, Jace Morning. Lachlan McGray was also checked out as well, but he's going to be coming back in at the next stoppage as he's at the scorer's table. Early survey now picks up his dribble, fires it to Glover, gives it to Schmidt on the cut. It is blocked. By Caleb Hepner, up it goes to Hull, and he's fouled by Glover in an and one opportunity. And Coach Jones not a big fan of that call there, but nonetheless, second foul picked up by Zakiah Glover. McRae back in, Carlton out. It's just been kind of like a game of streaks and runs here. Now the Cyclones take it back to a 9-point contest, pending this free throw upcoming.
Yeah, I think Coach Jones thought Smith was fouled on that.
The and one attempt is good, and Jason Byrne will check in as his Glover will be checked out with his 2 fouls. Crowley hits by Hepner, draws the triple team, and McRae can't make him pay for it, but a rebound by Owen Schmidt gives him a second chance. When Crowley was driving, 3 red jerseys crashing down on him. Long range 3 is good for Alex, his second of the game.
It was NBA range there.
Yes, it was. And no hesitation on pulling the trigger either. Had the space and made him pay for it. Hepner out to McCullough, guarded by Schmidt, attacking the left side. Backs down, puts it up, right hand, won't fall. And a rebound by Crowley. Down 6 are the Chieftains. Under 6 minutes left in the second. Gator Albert guarded by Carter Hepner. Looking for McRae, deflected by Hold near that baseline. Who comes away with it? It's the Cyclones. Third turnover of the game for Tonganoxie. Catch and shoot 3 for Morning, no good. And Schmidt right there for the rebound. Good box out position on Caleb Hepner. Schmidt, can he get hot? Not this time around. McRae trying to swat that one back, but again, was boxed out, well positioned by the Cyclones. Good pass underneath, McCall out to Morning, has to kick it back out. Hole for 3, won't fall. Albert gets it and throws it to Byrne, who wasn't ready for it. And it's going to be a turnover for Tonga, my goodness.
Yeah, unforced error right there.
And Albert got a hold of that ball and was trying to get it up the court in a hurry. And it would just hit right off the shoulder of Jason Byrne as he was turning around, and by then it was too little too late as Albert gets checked out. And Coach Jones having a little bit of a coaching moment. Them asking, what exactly did you see? It remains a 6-point ball game. Cyclones in front, 20-14. Morning on the drive, just shy of the left elbow, and it's good.
A little pull-up jumper.
Byrne almost has it poked away from Perez. Now it is poked away, and Perez just takes it. Third time's the charm. Defense turns into offense. Right there, Miguel Perez. Another senior getting involved in the production tonight. Timeout, Tonganoxie. Largest lead of the night for Cyclones. It's at 10, 24-14. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in quarter number 2.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and your insurance to ensure a smooth transition, especially from a knee or hip replacement. Choose from one of their highly qualified physical therapists for an individualized plan of care to achieve long-term health benefits. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Go to ptsolutions.ks.com for more information. Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Chieftains have been trying to come back and make this a ball game, but Cyclones going on a quick run, capped off from a steal, and eventually 2 points cashed in from Miguel Perez. Takes it to a 10-point lead for Ottawa, approaching the halfway mark of the second quarter before we hit the locker rooms for halftime. And it's another little bit of a slow start here for this Chieftain team. Can they snap out of it and try to get some momentum going to their side? Before this second quarter is over, we shall see. Big one on the way for McRae, and it's good for 3.
Now I need a stop. I have to get this under 10 before the halfway mark.
Morning saving that from going out of bounds. Trying to drive. I believe that was... I think that was Rowe, number 30, actually got a hand on that drive. Now it's Morning, it's open in the corner, can't knock down the 3, and Crowley will bring in the rebound. Gets by Rivers, no look, slings it to Schmidt, off the deflection underneath to Rowe, and it's good. Making an impact already, Anthony Rowe, the 6'1 junior coming off the bench. And he collects his first bucket. The first points off the bench tonight for Tonganoxie, and it's an and one on the other end. Miguel Perez, he's feeling hot. And trying to go straight up on the defense, but cannot, is Owen Schmidt, who picks up his second personal foul. And Rowe quickly getting checked out of the game. They don't see him get in there very often, but just couple possessions of defense and one on offense. He made the most of them.
Yeah.
That is Perez capping off the three-point play.
If you do something when you get the opportunity, you earn more playing time.
Especially with Coach Jones. He recognizes that more than just about any other coach. And I can recognize this guy is hot from three-point range. 3 3-pointers in this first half for Alex Crowley with 9.
He's keeping them in the game.
Yes. Leading scorer for the Chieftains with 9 and leading scorer in this game. Now he's going to lob it up. Lachlan McRae finishes with the right hand. And a great job keeping the composure. Perez right there on defense, able to collect and finish. All of a sudden back to a one-possession game, 27-24. And we'll take this quick 30-second break with the Cyclones here on Talking Sports Live.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, April Air, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Now the Chieftains going back on defense.
Yeah, like you pointed out at the break, partner, it's been a game of many runs so far.
Yeah. Just when you think Ottawa's really starting to go on a big run and potentially start to put this one away or bury the Chieftains deep, they go on a big run themselves. A couple of big threes from McRae and Crowley. Second chance here for the Cyclones. McCullough has it taken away by Glover. Well, it was knocked loose and Perez recovers. McCullough bounce pass. This one is taken away. Alex Crowley, defender behind, got to be careful, and he is, and he finishes for 2. 11 points early for the Chieftain senior.
Yeah, Alex is having a night.
From down 10 to down by 1. With a stop here, could take the lead, but it's McCullough underneath. And he walked with it first. It looked like it was going to be another easy 2. And Glover was caught in no man's land, was probably going to be whistled for the foul. But he shuffled the feet first and walked with it. Empty possession for the Cyclones. Their second turnover of the game. With the chance to take the lead under a minute and a half left to go until halftime.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago we were saying hopefully he can get it under 10 by intermission, and now with a chance to take a lead.
Tight pass fitted into Crowley, looking for Rowe. He's back into the game now. Back up top to Crowley, reset the offense. Surveying, drifting over to the right side, guarded by Aiden McCullough. Gives to McRae, head fake on Perez, trying to back him down. Hook shot is good. 7 points in this first half for Lachlan McRae, and he gives the Chieftains their first lead, 28-27. Extra pass, Perez for 3. Won't go. McCullough rebound underneath. Carlton. Jump ball. Indeed, it'll be Chieftain basketball.
Good as a rebound right there.
And how about that effort underneath?
Yeah.
Noah Carlton, 6'1 junior.
You can see the momentum has switched over to the Chieftain side.
And the Chieftain crowd tonight starting to come alive. And really, you can feel that, the energy. Crowley with 11, McRae with 7. They've been leading the charge for the Chieftains offensively. Multiple bodies hitting the deck. And that's going to be a foul on McCullough. For only his first. We'll have an inbounds. Owen Schmidt will have the honors. Gets it into Crowley. Going around on the right side. Lets it fly again, and that would have been quite miraculous if he would have knocked that one down. Or just as impressive. The final horn sounds. First half flies by, and the Chieftains headed to the locker room with the lead, 28-27 over the Cyclones here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And we'll be right back with the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show here in just a little bit.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Thinking about starting your next outdoor home project? Be sure to call 811 before you dig. After calling 811, wait a few days for utilities to mark your yard with paint or flags to avoid unintentionally hitting a utility line. Hitting a buried line can disrupt service in your area, cost money to repair, or cause serious injury. Southern Star asks you to help protect our community. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Welcome back into the show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. 28-27 is our score here at halftime. Chieftains on top of the Cyclones, leading the way in scoring for Tonganoxie. It has been Alex Crowley, 11 points. 3 of his 4 field goals coming from three-point range, and they're not just like near the line. This is NBA range that we were talking about. He has the hot hand early on.
No question about it. He single-handedly brought the Chieftains back.
It's also Lachlan McRae, too, went on a big run himself, has 9 points sitting here at halftime. So he and Crowley leading the charge for Tonganoxie. This was a game, kind of looked like it was a little bit more of the same. They came out a little bit sloppy, a little bit slow at the start. Cyclones got close to a couple of 10-point leads, had a 10-point lead at one time, and then all of a sudden a 14-3 run later.
Yeah.
Tonganoxie now finds themselves up by 1. Did you notice maybe a specific change that they made out there on the court, or was it just finally just executing the way they know how to execute?
You know, I think seeing those balls go through the hoop for Alex Crowley, and I think that lifted the spirit of the whole team. And then the energy that Lachlan McCray brings is, it's just unbelievable. It doesn't matter what sport he's playing. Every time we watch him, he's always one of the ones hustling and doing what he can to make it happen for the Chieftains.
Yeah, been a big energy piece for this team, no doubt about it. Meanwhile, for the Cyclones, you look at their bench, they're the ones doing the most damage. Miguel Perez coming off the bench, he leads them in scoring. He's second in scoring with 6. And it's Cody Rivers, who, again, making his first varsity start tonight. I believe he had like the first 7 points for the Cyclone side, or 7 of the first 9. He got off to a hot start, so he wasn't really too shy of the bright varsity lights. We have Hull with a pair of field goals, Morning with a field goal himself. So all in total, and I said I was keeping my eyes down low on Aiden McCullough, the sophomore. They'd love to go down for him. His only field goal, it was a 3-pointer. It was a good-looking one. But outside of that, they've been doing a great job of limiting the Cyclones. They've been getting into the passing lanes, causing some turnovers as well, and getting this team frustrated. You see some of the body language out there on the bench and on the court, too. They are, this Chieftain defense, doing yeoman's work and kind of getting under the Cyclones team's skin and getting them a little bit flustered. I think that was another big part of this 14-3 run we just saw.
Well, and what we got to hope for here, partner, is that they come out like they have in the first part of the season in the second half and play a much better ball game. So if they do that, they get a chance to come away with a win here.
Yeah, this is always the point. They come out in the third. It's usually the third quarters they come out. I don't know if it's just the talk that Coach Jones gives them. We're not exactly sure, but they come out extra enthused in the third quarter and carry that into the fourth quarter. Right now, they're going to have to play 2 full quarters. Just because you have the lead doesn't mean you can coast. It's only a 1-point lead.
A lot of basketball to play.
Exactly. And both teams, it was a pretty even split as far as control and dominance in that first half. I think we're going to have an exciting finish here as we come down to the final horn on Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'll take another break, and we'll be back with third quarter action after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonga. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Welcome back into the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And while we have some time here, we want to let everybody know to visit our website at www.varsitysportslive.com, where it's the one place where you can watch all your favorite teams broadcast this season. You can watch the current broadcast in live action. You can view upcoming broadcasts and even watch previous broadcasts. You want to relive that exciting Atchison-Tonganoxie playoff football game? Go to varsitysportslive.com. How about the opener against Basin Linwood? varsitysportslive.com. Soccer senior night, volleyball senior night, anything basketball, it's all there. Varsity Sports
Homecomings,
Live.
whatever.
Homecoming, everything. varsitysportslive.com. Click the teams tab and go down to Tonganoxie. And also on Varsity Sports Live, you get access to all 10 of our school's channels. So if Tonganoxie is being covered, let's say, for example, on Noblesburg or Spring Hill, Paola channel, you can see that on the homepage. Be sure to visit www.varsitysportslive.com and be sure to like and follow us on Facebook, Varsity Sports Live /Tonganoxie. It's the best way to stay up to date on all upcoming broadcasts and any potential changes. Again, with the winter weather, if there's any postponements and stuff. You can also follow the Tonganoxie High School Facebook page, but anything with broadcast related, if we're having any difficulties, or if we're running behind, or there's a change, we'll post it there first. Again, Varsity Sports Live /Tonganoxie. As we get started here in quarter number 3, should be an exciting 2 quarters coming down the pipe here for us. 28-27 Chieftains looking for their first win of the season. They took a 1-point lead into the halftime locker room with them. It was a strong start, or a strong finish, I should say. And Alex Crowley picking up right where he left off. 4th three-pointer of the night, taking his point total up to 14. And now he gets the takeaway here, as that was Rivers that just kind of lost the handle of it. Now to Schmidt. Can they go back-to-back? They can! Look out. Here come the Chieftains.
What a start for the Chieftains. This is just what they needed.
Make that now a 20-3 run. And they come back to take the lead, and now they get another stop here. Gonna take their time, slow things down a little bit. Could potentially take a 10-point lead here. Let's see what they do with it. Lachlan McRae. And is
illegal screen.
Offensive foul is called. I believe they'll get it on Schmidt, and they will. No, excuse me, Carlton. Noah Carlton, number 13, picks up the foul there. Slows the Tonganoxie momentum down in the meantime. Cyclones in their last game before the break against the Paola Panthers had a little bit of a rough start to the first half. They came out in the second half, only gave up 9 total points.
I think they're going to get that one on Lachlan. A little too aggressive.
Well, he picks up his first foul of the game, so I don't think you're too terribly upset if you're Coach Jones there, but that's 2 team fouls stacked up for Tongi early in this third quarter. Good we see the bonus come into play. That's the second three-pointer of the night. Aiden McCullough knocking it down from 3.
Normally see him do his damage in the paint.
Mismatch. McRae hands off to Glover. Looking for number 5 and almost getting it there. Crowd was ready to go berserk along with the Tongi bench. We'll have to hold off here. Cyclones still within. Back to a 4-point contest. Pull-up jumper, good. Caleb Hepner. His first bucket of the night.
Back to these little mini runs.
Back and forth we go. Glover near the left wing, driving in on Hepner, losing his footing and is fouled. So that'll be the second of the game on Caleb Hepner, and an inbound play under the basket incoming for Tongi. Crowley looking for an option, finds the guy Glover. Drives left, circles back out, picks up his dribble now, hounded by McGrath, but finds McRae. Trying to fit it in there to Schmidt and couldn't quite do it as he throws it away.
That was forced by Lachlan there. That pass was not open.
Hepner got by Crowley. Extra pass doesn't find anyone. Here's McRae back the other way. Finger roll just short, trying to go through two defenders. Tongi bench thought that he was fouled. Here's McGrath now, and he gets the and one, and the Cyclones can take the lead at the line.
Back and forth we go.
Well,
That's just good by McGrath. Fouls on Schmidt, his third. Correction, McGrath.
more importantly, their third foul of the game for Owen Schmidt.
Yeah.
And 13 foul of the quarter, right on there too. And the Cyclones, just like that, retake the lead. Calming the storm of the big 20-3 run the Chieftains spanned towards the tail end of the second quarter and the early minutes of this third quarter. Crowley on the drive after head fake, just doesn't fall. A buddy.
Man, it did everything but go down.
Colo's knocked down a couple, comes left side to McGrath and a travel call and an empty possession for Ottawa. Both teams now 5 turnovers in the game. And another miscue here for the Chieftains. This time it's Carlton that just lost it over in front of the Tonganoxie student section, out of bounds to Ottawa.
Can't really afford to make those unforced errors if you want to try and win this thing.
Down inside, trying to poke it loose. Crowley, overhead pass, extra pass to McCullough on the far corner. Doesn't take the shot. Ottawa continuing to pass it around at the right elbow. Caleb Hepner, there's McCullough, right in his striking zone in the paint. Puts it up for the easy 2. He has 8.
It was just a nice play by the Cyclones.
Crowley, step back 3, no good. Starting to get a little cold now. 3 straight misses from Alex Crowley. Extra pass. Rivers for 3, doesn't fall. Batted out by McCullough. Tonganoxie basketball.
He's lucky he didn't get called for over the back there.
We will see Perez and Hull and Mourning, a trio of substitutions coming in for the Cyclones, as well as Anthony Rowe coming in for Tonganoxie. He's been getting, like we had mentioned, a little bit more and more playing time tonight. It's the third time he's come off the bench for Coach Jones.
It looked like a hockey line change for the Cyclones.
It did. Schmidt gets by Hepner.
Good
Can't
drive.
finish off the glass. Good drive indeed. Like the idea. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, there's 2 bunnies we missed.
Hull. Nope. McCullough fighting for it, but McRae comes away with it. Perez, extra effort, but not going to poke it loose from Lachlan. It remains a 3-point game. 3 minutes and counting left in the third. Rowe deflected, but controlled. Baseline, Crowley stops. Owen Schmidt, big 3 on the way.
Yeah.
Just short.
I wanted to call that one.
Faking out our broadcast partner here. It was lined up just right, just not enough.
It looked good out of his hand.
Hull knocks it down, though, on the other end.
That's a 2-possession game.
That's 7 points off the bench for Hayden Hull, a 6'1 sophomore. Back to a 6-point advantage for Ottawa. Down low, call for it, risky pass, and it's a takeaway. Schmidt couldn't bring it in, heavily contested underneath. And the Cyclones going to give it right back, though. Too much to handle. Carter Hepner going out of bounds. And Rivers will check in. McCullough's going to catch a breather. And Caleb Hepner will check in for his brother Carter.
Number 30, Hepner into the game for
Chieftains need to get a score here. Get that momentum going again.
Outside of those back-to-back threes they made in the third quarter, hasn't been much of anything else for them. Cyclone defense has got them locked up.
Well, and they missed a couple of bunnies, too. Now they were contested, but they were in the paint.
At the varsity level,
yeah,
you're considered buddies.
Yeah.
Number 3, Albert, 13, Carlton into the game for Tonganoxie.
So Schmidt and McRae are going to come out momentarily here for Tongi. Carlton and Albert will check in. They're joined out by Rowe and Glover and Crowley as the 5 out there for the Chieftains. Coach Jones trying to get some of his starters a breather and get some fresh legs in what is going to be a big fourth quarter looming here. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the third.
Well, Crowley almost pulled the trigger there.
Rowe on the drive, can't quite penetrate to the block. Glover, good head fake, good handles, good finish.
You like to see Zakai do that more. That was a nice drive.
Morning off to Perez from the free throw line, good.
Perez has been a spark plug for the Cyclones.
8 points off the bench for him.
He's been really active on steals and defense.
Down low, Carlton over hole, it's good with the left hand.
Back to a 4-point game.
Now all 5 starters with the field goal for the Chieftains. Perez, another big one on the way. He hits it.
He's having a night.
The lone Cyclone in double figures with 11. And just like that, this lead has grown to 7 for the Cyclones. McRae coming back in momentarily. And what do we got it's like an injury timeout here. It's Cater Albert. It's hunched over there.
I don't know if it's a hand or what it is.
Looks like he's holding his right hand.
I don't think it's his hand.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Walking it off to the locker room. Hope that everything's okay with him. Meanwhile, Chieftains under 20 seconds on this possession. Lachlan McRae back out there.
It's nice to see him hit a 3 here to end this quarter.
It's in the hands of Crowley. He's hit 4 tonight. My goodness.
Yeah, that was not one of his better efforts there.
Good if it goes from McCullough. It's short. Hits the bottom of the stanchion. And advantage Cyclones in quarter number 3. They retake the lead up to 7. 45-38 over the Chieftains final quarter. Next on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Thinking about starting your next outdoor home project? Be sure to call 811 before you dig. After calling 811, wait a few days for utilities to mark your yard with paint or flags to avoid unintentionally hitting a utility line. Hitting a buried line can disrupt service in your area, cost money to repair, or cause serious injury. Southern Star asks you to help protect our community. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Fourth and final quarter here tonight. Our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cyclones on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. 7-point deficit now for Tonganoxie, and we've seen them so far tonight. That's really been the big key. As we've seen the Chieftains go on a big run.
Yeah.
We've seen the Cyclones do the same. It's been a streaky kind of game. It's now can the Chieftains go on a big run of themselves and retake this lead and secure their first win of the season. We shall see.
Well, they put themselves in a little bit of a deficit here. They're going to have to make up in the fourth quarter, so we'll see how it goes. They need one of those patented runs.
McRae short, Tried to track down his own rebound, but it's Caleb Hepner with it. One-on-one with Sakai Glover, and he finishes, takes it to 9. Some contact there, no whistle, loose ball. Glover gets it out to Carlton, now to Schmidt. Head fake. And a foul call, aggressive defense. They're going to tag Rivers. They're picking up his second. Nobody on the Cyclones, at least to my keeping, with more than 2 personal fouls. Down low, Schmidt got by Hepner, second effort. Foul on the floor, though. But it will stay Chieftain basketball. That was a good feed. Schmidt was open, just couldn't put it away on the first try.
Yeah, one would like to have that one back.
Well, there we go, perfect timing. Caleb Hepner quickly picks up his second and third personal foul. Second team foul of the quarter for Ottawa. Schmidt on the drive, contact, offensive foul. And Coach Jones can't believe it, hands over the face and all.
Almost looked like the referee had decided he was going to call that before it happened.
He was already kind of getting in his motion.
Yeah.
That's a big one, though, an empty possession for the Chieftains.
No
now
question.
down by 9. They could be in a double-digit deficit.
Yeah, if they're not careful.
Pending the action here.
You need to get a stop here. Time is not on your side.
McGrath far side. Him and Rivers played a game of catch. Now to Hepner. Gives it to McCullough. Back to Hepner. Steps in. Trying to work it down inside. McCullough tried to force it to Rivers, and it's taken away. Here come the Chieftains back the other way. Crowley gives to Carlton. No good. Might have been possibly deflected from behind, and now Lachlan McRae is going to get called for the foul, going for the loose ball.
Foul by McRae, his second. Number 3, Albert, into the game for Tonganoxie.
Cater Albert will check in. Owen Schmidt, he picked up his 4th foul earlier, so if we see him again, it won't be until much later, probably under 2 or 3 minutes left in the ball game.
Well, they can't afford to get behind anymore, so they're going to have to make a decision here. 3 seconds.
Well,
wasn't it?
Well, I think they're calling a defensive foul. Is right underneath Carlson.
Wow, that looked like he was in the lane for ever. Well, that makes it interesting.
Now 3 team fouls for Tonganoxie, 2 still on for Ottawa.
Ottawa content to run clock here.
This is why we desperately need a shot clock at the high school level.
I agree with you, partner.
If they so wish, they could dribble out this remaining about 5 minutes and change on the clock instead.
Yep.
They're going to come away with a second opportunity. Can even run
offensive
some more.
rebound.
Takeaway, Glover poked it loose. Crowley lobs it up to him. And blocked cleanly by
Yeah, it looked pretty clean.
Yeah. Called Hepner for the foul there, and you hear the Ottawa faithful around us as we're set up on the visiting side, that their thoughts of it. And I gotta say, don't necessarily disagree with them. The 2 free throws come out of it for Cater Albert. Really need to capitalize though.
Yeah.
He misses the front end.
You can score with the clock stopped. You got to be able to get it done. That's what clutch players do.
Second one from Cater is good. With that, it'll make it a 8-point contest, 47-39, as we approach 5 minutes left to go in the game.
It's 3 possessions, so they're going to have to shut them down, and they need to stop every time down.
Rivers on the drive, late give. Caleb Hepner puts it up for 2 on the open look. He's got 6 points, all coming here in the second half. And what?
I don't know.
I'll stop things for a moment. Tonganoxie still in control.
You need to have a little sense of urgency here. You don't have to be crazy fast, but you can't come away empty.
Down by 10, getting close to the halfway point. Got to come away with something here. Crowley up and under is good.
Well, that was an acrobatic shot right there. He was way under the basket. It's a nice job.
Back on defense, go to Chieftains. Looking for the stop. Perez, he's been lethal tonight. 11 points for the Cyclones. A big spark plug for him coming off the bench. Caleb Hepner with it, gives to McCullough. Near the left elbow, Perez, open 3 again. This time doesn't fall off the top of the backboard, and a rebound by Cater Albert. Glover pushing the tempo up here, driving in, collides with Perez. Offensive foul is called.
I don't know about that one.
Maybe a potential makeup call for the
Hepner
block. Here does come Schmidt back into the game. Noah Carlton comes out. Schmidt playing with 4 fouls. The next one, and he will foul out. He's got to be careful on this remaining about 3.5 and change. Big one from Hepner is good.
That could have been the dagger.
Clones back up by 11, 52-41.
Under 4 minutes to play.
Big one on the way from McRae. Far corner, won't fall. Rebound McCullough underneath. And the Cyclones clear out. Bringing it across the timeline. Perez slings it. Trying to go back to back, and he does just that. Caleb Hepner might be putting this one away for the Cyclones.
Yep.
12 points. Half of them in a span of a few seconds of game time. Back-to-back threes. 14 points, largest lead of the night for Ottawa. 55-41 under 3 minutes in regulation here on Tonga Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Chieftains going to be taking back control, but back-to-back threes from Caleb Hepner takes his point total up to 12. Could be the dagger for Tonganoxie. Now under 3 minutes and a 14-point deficit. It's now or never, point blank for this team.
Yeah, you got to have a sense of urgency here if you're the Chieftains.
Albert slinging it to McRae. It's off his knee and loose. But the jump ball, it's Ottawa ball, and it is That's exactly what you didn't need
Nope.
right there. If you're Tonganoxie, an empty possession, you have to bring out the full court pressure to try to come away with the steal. Cyclones get through it. It's contested for Cater Albert on Caleb Hepner, letting him play it through. Trying to go 3 in a row, and he does. He's on fire. And the Cyclones end up holding on here, pulling away with the victory. It's going to be partially on the shoulders of Caleb Hepner. Another turnover. Tongi back the other way. Mourning over Glover. Doesn't fall. Second chance. Rivers. That doesn't go. And McCall still, with 3 or 4 white jerseys around him, comes away with it and keeps this possession alive for Ottawa. Carter coming down the pipe. Rivers. And an offensive foul on Carter Hepner before he got that one loose. Out of control foul there.
Foul on number 0, Hepner, his fourth.
Roll it, Glover to Crowley as he picks it up. Clock will now start. And you need points, and you need them fast here if you're Tongi. All right, now down by 17 and another turnover. And even 10 on the night now for Tongi. McCullough, easy finish through the double team of McRae and Schmidt. And with that, now up to 19, under a minute left. That is going to do it. As Curley adds on to his great night. That takes him to 18.
Too little, too late.
That has been the unfortunate theme with this boys varsity team for the Chieftains this season. They showed flashes and great promise. There's a cap off from Mourning for his second field goal. It's just kind of it's the big valleys in between. It's too high, the highs and the lows in between. If they can find a way to just kind of meet the happy medium and try to have a more consistent effort in the 4 quarters.
They had a really good third quarter, and then they came out in the fourth quarter and they were just dead.
It was that run, that 14-3 run. That's another 3-pointer for Crowley. It takes him 5 total, 21 points. He's the leading scorer tonight for either team, but unfortunately, it's still an Ottawa victory, 46-62, and the Cyclones sweep the doubleheader tonight here inside of Chieftain Arena. They had that 14-3 run that put them up by 1 at halftime. They came out back-to-back threes. It looked like they were going to throttle down and put it on cruise control. The Cyclones kept their composure, though, came back, scored, put some buckets together. All of a sudden, we're up by 7, and really at that point, just never really looked back. Once they got above double digits, it was game over.
It was all over.
So Coach Jones and company, his squad, still looking for that first win of the season, 0-6. And they drop another one in the Frontier League. Our next Frontier League matchup is going to be a week from tonight. Next Friday night, it'll be our simulcast broadcast with the Spring Hill Sports Live crew as the Chieftains travel to take on the Broncos at the Shack at Spring Hill High School. And you can watch that game. It'll be the Spring Hill Sports Live crew, but you can still watch it here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, or you can also go over and watch it on Spring Hill Sports Live, whichever you would prefer. As we're now into the Brothers Market postgame show. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. And just a recap for tonight, and Cyclones beat both varsity teams tonight. They get the sweep over the Chieftains, and I guess it's just kind of more of the same with this boys team. Again, you feel like that they're so close, that they're right there, they're right there. And I don't know, maybe if they're just missing a piece here and there. I'm not quite exactly sure, but they just seem, like I mentioned, there's too many highs and there's too many lows. Like there's not enough of a consistent basis. I don't want to say, I said consistent effort earlier, and it's not that these guys aren't going out and trying.
They're playing hard.
They are playing hard. It's just the breaks and the teams get on runs way too easily against them, and all of a sudden it's a quick 10-0 run, and then,
They have a difficult time playing from behind. They really do. I mean, they did a good job closing the gap tonight a couple of times with some mini runs, but in the end they just can't find a way to get it finished. That fourth quarter was brutal.
And still, without a doubt, and we always give them at the end of the games, our Kevin Gallagher, American Family Insurance Player of the Game. Kevin and his team have been serving and helping Tonganoxie families for over 25 years for all of your insurance needs, home, life, auto, and more. The Kevin Gallagher Agency is there to serve you every step of the way. None other. We got to give it Alex Crowley, right?
No question.
Yes.
No, hands down.
I believe
6 threes. 5 threes.
5 threes. 21 total points. I believe that's a season high. I would go as even far as saying possibly maybe even a career high. If not a career high, it's definitely one of the best games he's had at the high school level, and he was a big part.
He was hot early.
He was hot early when the Chieftains were sluggish, a little bit slow. He hit 3 straight threes in a row.
He kept them in the game.
He did. Got him going. But at the end, just a little bit too little, too late. Lachlan McRae, he was hot at the end of the second quarter. Kind of fizzled out a little bit in the second half. Ottawa clamped down on him defensively in the second half. That was an adjustment they made in the halftime locker room. But so congratulations, Alex Crowley and Sage Isaacs. They both were our Kevin Gallagher American Family Insurance Players of the Game for their respective varsity matchups. And that's going to do it for us tonight. We thank everybody for joining us tonight. A busy Friday night. I hope everybody has a great weekend. We are going to be back in action here. Busy week next week here on Tonky Sports Live, and a busy couple weeks for us. We'll give a quick rundown here, and I'll have an updated one for you on Monday. But we'll be here at home against Pleasant Ridge. So on Monday night, don't watch the national championship game. You tune into Tonganoxie Sports Live. We might have something up here just to keep tabs on it. Maybe it should be a great one. But we'll be a doubleheader with the Rams, and then on Tuesday we'll be back with the varsity doubleheader. I know the boys are playing Metro Academy, and the girls team, they are playing a different team. It's another preparatory school. I can't remember exactly who they got scheduled for that, but that's still a varsity doubleheader. They'll play again on the road at Spring Hill. That game will be simulcast on Spring Hill Sports Live and here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And then the week after that, we kick it off with the Tonganoxie Invitational Basketball Tournament. We're still waiting for those brackets to come out, but we'll have a broadcast Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, planning on coverage for then. So all the days there. I think this year they're kind of going back to the format. The girls will play one night, boys will play the next.
Yeah.
Girls, boys, and then they both will play their third and final games on Saturday, whenever those may be.
And regardless of how you play, you're guaranteed 3 games.
Right.
So we'll have 6 games regardless.
Right.
Hopefully more.
Hopefully. It could depend on Saturday if they're playing at the same time, one in here, one in the old gym. Obviously, we can't be in 2 places at once, but it's going to be a busy week. That's why I encourage everybody, go and like and follow us on Facebook at Varsity Sports Live /Tonganoxie. Again, Varsity Sports Live /Tonganoxie. Go and give us a like and a follow there. You're going to need it coming up here in the next couple of weeks for all of our broadcasting updates. We're going to have some wrestling coming up as well. February 1st, we're going to have a duel here. We're going to have the Frontier League tournament for both the boys and the girls. So we're going to have a lot of wrestling coming up on the docket as well. So if you've been waiting for some wrestling, you're going to be getting it here momentarily. Just be patient with us. Speaking of that, good luck to the boys wrestling in the tournament in Oklahoma. I've been told for tomorrow. So good luck to the Chieftains squad. Hope they bring home some hardware, and we hope everybody else has a great weekend. We will see you here in Chieftain Arena Monday night here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.